The best thing they have to do is to read the budget to their children and their house boys and their dogs at home, because there's nothing positive about the budget. The more they read the budget, the more depressed we become. That was this nonsense, man. Let them read it to their house boys and their house girls and their dogs and their cows and goats at home. We are not ready for any budget, man. Every budget they want to read is a bomb bullshit, bomb book clock. Tell them. The best thing they have to do is to read the budget to their children and their house boys and their dogs at home, because there's nothing positive about the budget. The more they read the budget, the more depressed we become. That was this nonsense, man. Let them read it to their house boys and their house girls and their dogs and their cows and goats at home. We are not ready for any budget, man. Every budget they want to read is a bomb bullshit, bomb book clock.
The person me boa ankran Maya for na to bebrea ya je ye wudi ade ya no e ba betwemu nyina ma hyase e twetwemu baako the person me boa ankran Maya for na to bebrea ya je ye wudi ade ya no e ba betwemu nyina ma hyase e twetwemu baako.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana. We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
Sikana shi. Sikano ashe. Sikana shi. Sikano ashe.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
The MPP will shift the focus of economic policy away from taxation to production. So we are going to move away from taxation to production. From taxation to production.
The person me boa ankran Maya for na to bebrea ya je ye wudi ade ya no e ba betwemu nyina ma hyase e twetwemu baako.
Problem we are having are the leaders. Even me as somebody, I'm saying it publicly that if they can just do mass burial for all our leaders and let we the youth start ruling, you will see that everything will go the way it should go. Our leaders are our problem. I'm telling you, they can come and arrest me. If they should kill me, 1,000 people like me will still stand in this country. Having are the leaders. Even me as somebody, I'm saying it publicly that if they can just do mass burial for all our leaders and let we the youth start ruling, you will see that everything will go the way it should go. Our leaders are our problem. I'm telling you, they can come and arrest me. If they should kill me, 1,000 people like me will still stand in this country.
Nitiri kutu se bentwa endi e meka bia kire na mani abre akofo ado wutiri kutu se bentwa endi e wonwene ho what you say nitiri kutu se bentwa endi e meka bia kire na mani abre akofo ado wutiri kutu se bentwa endi e wonwene ho
Nkwasiafo pa ma Jimmy MPP for Jimmy me who be stupid people. I don't know why I belong to that political party. Nkwasiafo pa ma Jimmy MPP for Jimmy me who be stupid people. I don't know why I belong to that political party.
Don't look on my work for no way. Say so way. Don't look on my work. You are copying me. Way. Say so amu po no mu chop them the chop poverty pass. Amuna say so them they go bank them things. West too small than things then KFC then things. Amuna mu be done. Oh chemo, you are here. Oh chemo, welcome. Chemo. No happy baby. I'm no say hey, boss why you ya? Nipa see don't look on my work no. Or be a gate amau. Make money oh. I cannot be bad and give your family. Don't look on my work for no way. Say so way. Don't look on my work. You are copying me. Way. Say so amu po no mu chop them the chop poverty pass. Amuna says them they go bank then things, West too small than things, then KFC then things. Amuna mu be done. Oh Chemo, you are here. Oh Chemo, welcome, Chemo. Now I pay baby, I'm not say, boss, why are you ya? Nipa, see, don't look on my work, no, or be a gate, I'm out. Make money, oh. I cannot be bad and give your family. Don't look on my work for no way. Say some way. Don't look on my work. You're copying me. Way. Say some mupo no mu chop them the chop poverty pass. Amuna say some them they go bank then things, West too small than things, then KFC then things. Amuna mu be done. Oh Chemo, you are here. Oh Chemo, welcome, Chemo. Now I pay baby, I'm not say, boss, why are you ya? Nipa, see, don't look on my work, no, or be a gate, I'm out. Make money, oh. I cannot be bad and give your family.
Many of them are being worked on across the country.
Let me just take one, Mr. President. The one in Aflao where the chief himself has complained. On here, one Aflao patch say e-block no oba yenya hoshi. On my education minister up to February say on be yen bibi. It's on the set.
On no minister. Alternator.
Also abre.
And you go here.
And no, why a budget? You say 2022 budget. No. What matter to you? No, we say what disappointing, Nana. Well, my NDC for Nana. Why hire Papa? Now, maybe I meant to have my NDC in a moment. 2024 meant to have simple.
Ma'am, first, Mama, I said, you may be him. A higher to your Bible senior the year, Juma. Ya won't cry a quadruple and round choir group 10. Ya quadruple and round choir, hey, yan, ya debatia. Nana, so what to throw. So I say, yan, day. Yeah, but what about Mammy and says from Mariana Junsium, Nana Moya campaign mount. Now also by me and says from there, and young people lose one people my power bill.
Don't look on my work for no way. Say some way. Don't look on my work. You're copying me. Way. Say some mupo no mu chop them the chop poverty pass. Amuna say some them they go bank then things, West too small than things, then KFC then things. Amuna mu be done. Oh Chemo, you are here. Oh Chemo, welcome, Chemo. Now I pay baby, I'm not say, boss, why are you ya? Nipa see don't look on my work, no. Or be a gate, amau. Make money, oh. I cannot be bad and give your family.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
All right, good evening and welcome to With All Due Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. We're streaming live from our studios here in Washington, D.C. It's exactly, it's exactly 2:28 p.m. US. It's definitely 8:28, 7:28 in Ghana. You're watching us live from our studios here in Washington, D.C. Thank you very much for tuning in. We are streaming on so many platforms this evening. Our main platform is on Multi TV. On Multi TV, search for Loud Silence TV on Multi TV. On Multi TV, search for Loud Silence TV. We are also live on so many platforms across the world. I will be telling you about our platforms very, very soon. So I just wanted you to understand that today's show is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be focused on the budget, the 2022 budget. As we all know, this evening in Ghana, the NPP, the majority side, this evening unanimously or independently or including Joe Wise, decided to pass an illegal budget in our parliament this afternoon. We will be delving into the issues, but I'll also be telling you about what we need to look at right now as a country, as citizens. There is something happening that we are all not actually looking at, and that will be what I'll be doing tonight. I'll be driving your mind. I'll be, in fact, pointing some things out for you, the ordinary Ghanaian who hasn't had the time to analyze Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's governance and how they plan to take over this nation. So tonight is going to be a night whereby we will take our time, break it down for every single individual around the country to also have an idea of what is actually transpiring. What happened in Parliament today is a constitutional crisis. There is a big problem in Ghana today. If you think it's a joke, it is not. It is very, very important that every single Ghanaian around Ghana, in and around Ghana, around the world, should understand that today our constitution has been broken by a group of people who feel entitled in a government or in power. Today, we will be doing justice to stuff like that. And you bring me Bedin Eddie Kevin Akobedu Taylor show where with All Due Respect Extended Version. Bedin Eddie Kevin Akobedu Taylor producers also you're from with the Ghost team. And you bring ye chegu ewo ewiase aman santin tan so internet no so ewo bibia. Your main platform no ewo Multi TV. So Multi TV no search for Loud Silence TV. Unsa ebekan ye enyumbre ewo Multi TV. So your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, your all the platforms enyumbre. And then you bring jumedie na ye bedin jumedie tiawa ye ba beka de esi Parliament and then enyumbre. Na Obibeka said MPP aban anas say ama omugine muma MPP wo imbrahye bedwam Parliament no ende nyumre omoso aba ene omujo Wise a oka omo ho aba speaker aba pass budget na sebio Ghana for enwinwi ne ye ka say budget ne de yempe yapo na aban na enko na onkohwehwem na onhwemu a sene be ye beboa ye ne Ghana for MPP aban edi Joe Wise edi omonim Parliament no omo se ehene Ghana for na abodam ahokyira mokomu de omo de omo ntiye budget no maka so omo bepem so de omo bepem so ntinyumre omo ka mutibo ma Joe Wise ekotena akonwa kesiem Parliament ye nyina enim se Alban Bagbina oye the original speaker of Parliament no sebio wotu kwan eko Dubai a okohwe ne ho yare Joe Wise ono so MPP ni a sebio waye no ho krokro John ono omo akohwe dem akoye meeting aka chom se yeduru a monka se munime se ne be ya meboa mo emo pass budget no ende nwumre de concert a cantata ye hu no Parliament no pa asembia obi bagin se asem sere enso nya asem sere asema a wo se hu se BBC na bibi na esi no emfa asempa embre Ghana eno na nwumre me betwe wadwene esi so ema obi ankasa ehu de yetim sisia oman Ghana na yetim sisia no because constitution sebio nipadom bi ana nipakuo bi ebu ne kom aye omadwene se omo de omadwene yomo se omo no ye adehye ewo Ghana ene na asla owusumi am girlfriend kai no se omo gi omo man ekwan bi omo befa so agi omo man no omo befa so ekwan bonio ekwan po but ye hu no since na Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo bedi omanpanyin no ye hu se ekwan bone so sebio embra ya hyewo ede ato oman so a ebo ye ho bra no ima nipa kuo bi ewo mrahye bedwum Parliament afomo adwene se ombe suppress anase ombe tietia mra no so ema tumi abaye omodia ende budget no Ghana fo nyina akasa fiti na wotwe a ebesinde obi e kasa budget renya budget pa budget a edi ahokyere edi onyabuburo ebeto Ghana for enya me nkwa na meka obi e ka nanso MPP aban a eye Ghana for yi a omkoto aban ma omo no omo se omo de omo ntehwe omo nti se odogo bi enu abe de omo adwene ye omo ne se omo de omo to omo nti wona ahokyere wa eye wankasa ofo mo wona sebie wenhu nyansa anto abapa omo be kyerɛ se omo de odi tumi na hye omo nsa no omo nim de omo beye na enye de si wo Parliament no enne asema wo se hwepa ensem bi wo ha wo se me ni ko ho a ye beti de esi no e Parliament na se ansa me start dwumadie ma me kyerɛ bebi a dwumadie etwagu anase nipa dodo no ehweye efri eye ewiase afa na nyina ye live all Loud Silence TV so e multi TV so enwumre o multi TV decoder they also ya ne say search for Loud Silence TV on sa ebeka ye ahwe dwumadie eye Loud Silence TV so YouTube so yeah, and also so etwegu YouTube or Loud Silence TV or YouTube so yeah live Facebook search for Loud Silence TV or Facebook on Sabekaye and also with all due respect page or Facebook no also okwa on sa ebeka ye ho say should jumadie we etwegu ye cross posting bro ni besie ye twegu an ye ne sententan no intertwining ye de frafra we fa ha no we afa kakra no de sie ni ye nwenwene and bro different cross posting ye ice kente no ye nwenwene ahoma no we nwene fa ha na we nwene fa ha ne de abehiem na nipa dodo no ehu kente ne kese enti ka se cross posting na bro ni besie cross posting na bibini mu no ice ye nwene kenten no omo so omafa asempa ya omo nwenwene ema ewiase nyina ensa aka etie nokura ewo ha no eye NDC TV so afa sa dwumedie almost ebo ho bra almost enwenwene ema ewiase obia enso ensa akebi 1957 project so Facebook a omafa enwene gidigidi okọ bonwire a aha bibi enwene kente no omoto ho a omonwene ema Ghana for obia ensa enso aka dwumadie we Benjamin Wayo Mahama so page no epic show we live every Ghana ewiase afa na nyina no obia ankasa hweye Ghanaian Citizen TV so enwenwene Honorable Joseph Yami wo Facebook page no ho no okọ on sabeka dwumadie we udi na chi anase like in the bottom now time be ebe live bia no ono so ba live on sa ebeka dwumadie Kevin Taylor my official page on Facebook no so ye nwenwene dwumadie wo ho ama obi ankasa ehu kente kese no ekoso Hopex TV and radio is also picking this show live across the world and Real Talk will be picking us very very soon. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the most authoritative, most listened to, most interesting and most educative program on the planet right now. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. My producers are called the Go Steve. If you're watching me from all the way in Ivory Coast, I'd like to say bonsoir, mademoiselle. Jimapel Kevin Ekobedu Taylor and direct bonsoir with all due respect show du Ghana direct across the world. The American the programme with all due respect chantant tous les mois. Inti de na me chat of French munyina say bia kasa entie media be de ne aba oya hohia enye Kevin Taylor ye de brofo aba ye de twi aba ye sa e de French aba ye ka Arabic kakra ye nka nde ye ka Hausa kakra ye de ene ye ka ye nzima ene kasa akase a ewo ewiase nyina mo ha no na maba so de na eye nokore ene be ka kire atumi midin Eric Kevin Ekobedu Taylor fra wunia na wunia fra wunia boni be ka say call a brother to call a brother to call a sister. The Kevin Taylor and the Ghost team, we are live. We will do justice to the issues. If you are here this evening, this is With All Due Respect extended version. welcome back to the show. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. We are streaming live from our studios here in Washington, D.C. I'm a producer, catch. I was like, Kevin, put some lip gloss so that you look cool. I want a guy who is a nice guy. In tonight, I say, yeah, my lips nice. Yaba, your lips are nice, succulent. Producer said, let your lips be succulent. Use what we have here for you. Into chapstick, you're using my lips are succulent. We just one way Barry say okra bitu na say ka just use lip gloss and for you to be succulent we Kevin Taylor there. Me and I say ya bad there about why not this show is in 4 segments. The first segment is what we call the hello segment, where I say hello to every single individual watching me this evening across the world. The second is what we call the social media segment, where we pick stories from different social media platforms, break it down for the ordinary Ghanaian to also have an idea of what transpired around them. The main topic of today is going to be our parliament. The NPP illegally passing their own budget. The Senate is speaking truth to power. The editorial is going to concentrate, or is going to be looking critically at governance in Ghana, especially the 2022 budget the NPP side passed today. And the final is when I open the phone lines for every single individual to also call in and also express their views. Because I'll be nice guy. Producer and I catch them. I say, Jack, let your lips be soft so that the ladies will stay. Because the ladies know, with my barry, they say, Kukuanandia and your wasa, Omeja Wako, I. Into yes or no, Yampesi and Barry, so Kukuana on it too. Into say, let your lips talk. Into Anisana, meba. Okay, all right, so, so many things happening. Let me say hello to a few people. Brofu Diedru, Brofu Edding. Ubi say Kevin Taylor, you are speaking French. Yes, I was speaking French. What do you think? What do you mean? Ghana Nkwanaka, what do you mean in Braba? Ghana. Okay, what do you mean? What did you pattern? Hey, please, what do you mean? Hey, and one did why did you say what do you mean? Hey, Obeka, what do you mean, Ghana? Now, what do you mean? What do you mean? Do you understand what do you mean? All right. Let me say hello to a few people. Regina Kwe is watching Kevin Taylor the Ghost Team. Regina, I love you too. All right. Thank you very much. Faustina Buedi is watching Kevin Taylor. Charity Pokua Mbankwa and Faustina is back again. Mbankwa Mbeman Mr. and then Famamo. Mbankwa. Ayehumbani dia bebo. Okay, Mambo Mbema Kakra. Abu Lawe is also watching me. And then who else? Adam Abdullah is watching Kevin Taylor Ghost Team. Gideon Dania and Nayiri is watching me this evening. Thank you very much. Portia Fostian is watching Kevin Taylor Ghost Team. Aramid Ali is live on Loud Silence TV. Ekoltavia is watching me this evening wherever you are. Good evening, Eko. Cynthia Na Ashabo watching me. Hello, Cynthia. How are you doing this evening wherever you are? Cynthia. Yeah, yes, sir. What is Cynthia? I see I'm Cynthia. Cynthia. Hey, what is Cynthia? Chinese film being girl be no CID. Cynthia. Hey, 90s kids no one they make an one here. Cynthia, unim Cynthia. Sa girl be no CID. I on Michael mo. Tell one time share movies so. Yeah, then you hear Cynthia near there. Cynthia, I Chinese ni girl be. Or you fight rough. On the Nekasa, I also Panyang, I or CID. Why won't Cynthia no go your way? Yes, we will go our way. All right, Chidi Chara is live on Loud Silence TV watching this evening. Esnam Lotsu is watching Kevin Taylor and Ghosting wherever you are. Andrews Fenyi is watching me this evening. Good evening to all the Bleeders Association who are here this evening to listen to truth. Nyamin Shramunyina say, Maba Hasemuba Ebabiti Enokre. I can see Ibrahim Anas watching Kevin Taylor and Ghosting this evening. Kobina is here. Aisha to Musa is watching me this evening. Gertrude Akume is saying hello, Gertrude. Have a wonderful evening wherever you are. Who else is here? Hassana Suleimani. Hassana Suleimani is watching me. Thomas Andor is live here. Hassan, I'm blowing your kids back. Thank you very much, Hassana. Abuaj Bernard is live here. Francis Aida and his family is watching me this evening. I'd like to say good evening to Francis Aidan. Family, I've forgotten your name. Yes, all the way in Livorno. I hope I got it right, family. Sometimes Francis, yes, he has a beautiful three girls. I think so, 3 girls. His family. Francis texts me so that I get the name right. Francis Aidan. Anna. I need to get this right. Family, and I've forgotten the second name. Richard Boateng is watching Kevin Taylor and the Ghost Team. Sky J is watching me this evening. Kobe 600 is watching Kevin Taylor and the Ghost Team. Thelma Tete is watching me this evening. Hey, Thelma Tete. I want to perform to me because I will say a TH first and Thelma and a Tete T. It wouldn't come get Thelma Tete. Now we are Thelma Tete. Thelma Tete. Bravo. Oh, Buakura. Oh, to Bravo. I love him from Bravo. Brofo. When him the brofo, I am uncle for brofo. I tell my tete. Utimika tell my tete. Ade. I say Cynthia. Utimika Cynthia. Also Utimika Cynthia. I hono a phonetics. Don't say yejuma. Onte brofo. Over pemba. Uhinim. I where the academy send me. I because tell myself na makai. I or that day for because I can deal and I come ask me. I those times the man me day school. I day presec now. Near Koitako or Accra Sports Stadium. You know those kind of things. My best friend who just died, Emmanuel Money. And I shot to blue. I blue magic. Where presec papa no. I presec legon. And yet you move presec and I say we do presec. Where presec papa no. I bob my blue magic no. We are looking cool. I say Mary's girls aba. So that time Brie girls aba into Mary's girls aba. I two boys yeah nice. I you just small boys in shirt. Say a blue papa. I say you know. So that time form 2. You blue the near pa. Into agent koran the I say clean. I see team. I neat white socks near the day. I into two boys said now me and my friend. I say it's brofo. Cool guys. And you some nice 2 girls be Mary's girls be. I very beautiful girls. As some way as I'm can say part of make catch no. I miss brofo. The brofo I am many pano. I but brofo should do baby a brofo to be for I brofo pie to be for I saw me the money we see the girl. Madam preferred money. Oh may he so rest in peace money. It's me the money see the girls. Oh, say money. What move? Say yeah, guys. Yeah, nice guys. Anna. Yeah, approaching girls. 2 girls. Also, I want to say a nice boy. Not capable. Show me I'm a kusi. Now show me I'm a kusi. That be a koi. Money to be nice guy. Anna. We approach girls. Anna. Yes, you do hono. Na say net brofo time ye ba net brofo aha ba ye bedru girls ro da brofo dey so tete kakra but still dey carry weight kakra dey nam ye dey weight ne ba say per second enya kura anticipate dey yeah so you do here so hello how are you guys and so how are you hey ba ko kan dey say London accent kakra wo na short ye dey be 30% ye brofo no if 300 bedru 70 then say approach was ro this member man dey member girls ni omo around o respect overall na how are you? So time no brofuna for boys. Inti hu de enka. Afa bi jina so I say entako. And we track and field near there. Ya hwempo. Ye di yogurt sa ya track and field over there. Me need ya girls also track and field. Inti just you hello no brofuna by the other girls say hello how are you? You from Persec? And I say oh yeah. Ya short your brofuna 70%. 70% na kind original guau because to mean say bi brofuna dey say good for the height no. To mean say bi o say bi na ya short more. Into we here so be maintain brofuna aha. Into everyone also they not make me feeling or say how are you? You looking good. And I'm sorry thank you. Into na afenasa. Say why approach brofuna cat ya so shorty. It me share around there na say track and field no kosoman foko. Say brofuna say what I'm oh are you people running? I just say ni school me busa so school no so eka event no ho akobi on finfin wa. Me say are you people running? What was brofo din rough. What dey unshare brofo ma re hold down. What the brofo ko dey dance you so dem brofo no tumi ma dey opesa wo kan no tumi nka. And I say oni nyankopon tentam only bonsam wotentam na brofo paye na entibimba bibi nya osada you people have no idea opeso who say brofo ha adwena brofo.
It seems if I'm chatting you don't want to reply me and more to the point you don't call me, you think you are finished, you just want to leave me just like that and you think you go away free. I know what to do, okay? You will definitely surely come back to me, okay? It seems if I'm chatting you don't want to reply me. And more to the point, you don't call me. You think you are finished. You just want to leave me just like that. And you think you go away free. I know what to do, okay? You will definitely surely come back to me, okay?
But see, bro, for you be dangerous. Girl, don't you so nyasimo beka. Nah, you see, you can do that to me, right? You sure come back to me. Hey, you don't know what you are sure doing. You have no idea. You don't know. Bro, for you say idea be a wakuma peseka, but answer the MP I don't know. Name why ding. Girl, ni nyasimo beka your boy say Jack. Ujimi na ode to wana. Oh, baba points we no. Me frawa on fa. Just say opeso can but brofunti ana she no sitting here brofo I brofo she na brofo And they say, wako school bia. And it's all go school. All say those times boarding house and you to be in class for to me scholarship from boarding school. Aye. Now that are bees for no so. Now ultimately senior be on class senior no. A class be no that when no come can so what your bra crowd bra press be a copresec be a cogasco near. At this could go for the hot cointy. Who side be that? Now we a senior partner small boy be. Or that be na say open so punish akora no so now children now tata small boy na we dwane na udimika udine chine mako pie teacher nim I mako pie English teacher nim na mugina ho na akora no teacher say what's the problem you guys why you running una you senior and akora no SS1 oh SS3 I obra for ga I na akora no ono dada bi ono tackle London ya ade oni brofo efie nyina brofo gwa na akora na start say I haven't done anything wrong. I was just in my classroom, he came, he said I should sweep the place. I don't want to sweep the place and he isn't ready. They're all following me around. That's why I'm running. That teacher that I don't know. So I'm walking. What's the problem? So I'm walking, you know, brofo. Say pa. If you don't get it, I'm a good now on your small beka. Now, brofo, the said you're the best start. You the other best start here. Hey, you're rough, brofo. I across son, no, what tackle on the papa. I teacher Busa across the Agra Canadian. I and what I said, they're following me. I don't want to do it. And he gave me broom. I didn't want to sweep. Yesterday, he told me the same thing. And I was running. He hasn't wanted to beat me. That's why I'm here. I said, okay. You are Marco. Why are you following him? Say, pa. Say, I said, Marco, why are you following the kid? Why you are senior? Why you say, pa, I'm walking the other starting, the other starting, and it started and then dinner. What's I'm walking now? It is not me who do it. It is not me who do it. I'm walking about reverse psychology, reverse bro. No, it is not me who do it. Next time, bro, for the what's here? Also, that would say now we see. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being part of it. You don't get it? If you don't get it, then you're going to get it. After the short break, we will start tonight's show. Someone first started church or reverse bro. It is not me who do it. Hey, bro for party. It is not me who do it. It didn't me. Sa bro for the start class 4 hono mobano. Class 4 hono mono. Hono na sa bro for the start sa killer English no. Sa reverse confusion no. It is not me who do it. It didn't me. Sa side it didn't me. It is you. It is you who do it. Me means me go. Me means me go. Just say me ma am no. Sa bro for na it be kunipa. It be ko open for. It didn't me. Bebre. Oh, I'm a for kai bebre. Yeah. Bro, for na make sure no one mo so unko either. If you didn't me, obi say Jimmy, no, bro, for the actually on one bro for they be an abufu. I didn't did it. I say it didn't me. There be a question tag. Say bro, for say the question tag go. Say answer tag go. Unim. It didn't me do it. It just say the book was holding me. When I can, Jonas, and the book was holding me, and he said I should give the book to me. So then the book was holding me. It says, bro, for the who are you? Who are you there? He didn't did it. We didn't did it. Sir, we didn't did it. Because yesterday the homework, when you left, we didn't did it too, because we were studying here and you didn't come. So we go to we go, you see, we take the route and we turn. So I didn't you did it. All right, let's take care of business. It's exactly 2:52 p.m. US East Coast time. Is definitely 7:52 in Ghana. Bravo. Bravo. Don't try. Francis Adoba, good evening all the way in Italia, Verona. You are family. Good evening to the girls and good evening to your wife. Thank you very much, Francis. Yenye bibi wa hasisi na I'm out for church or bro. Jack, book concentrate because you have say okay, some 5 minutes. Me have read bro for kakra. Who beated me? Okay, and see another one. Obi say, I know my brother. Our leaders are very okay. Let me. Hey, bro, for pani. Hey, bro, for church or hano. I always say, the thing go me square. Rough. You don't know that it is go me square. So Kofi is scam. And question tag and answer tag. Kofi is scam. Obviously say, okay. Indeed, what is on the table right now? You can discuss it. What is on the table, but social media segment, quick, man, very quick, because then you won't come be also the very very critical. Also, you know, you butre na you see the air coordinate. You share ye ni who be a problem ni free. Make sure we be a problem ni free. Now, social media segment, straightforward. Let's move it. Our first social media story in NA. Me say, and the talk about kako krabe we need je kufuado kako KOKO Koko KAKO kako. It is not me who spell it. And the Ekufuado de kako kra contestia. Obi a MPP bia ne kako contestia kako be wini. Ko bi be wini. Ko bi ne kako be wini. Make way. Now you people, you can't be chira about it. But see, Nana dan Ekufuado, enya ne picture. Na eba umia, na ya alana. Omuni ko bi ne kako kra contested election na. Ombe lose. Because in faso biye ni sankofo we su biye. In faso biye ni le put so. In faso biye ni Ekufuado so. Just say eyen brofu hunu na e dia bedru be yedui. Unnecessary brofu hunu. Enti Kobe ankasa is more important than Ekufuado. Kobe is better than Ekufuado. Because at least Kobe or one chinia, ye hear be the Tunkwanima, ye bet me ye Kobe ni be, ye trying to cry young chrono, ye didn't Tunkwanima and Kwan and China Kobe no Rabua. Ekufuado, dear no one mupai we can get out of Ekufuado. Kako, Kobe, a Suruisa, Omina contest Ekufuado be. That is where we are today. Kako ni Kobe or Dahui, on Ekufuado contesting ne, obey we knew Upu. Because if I saw Kobe so, a chain Ekufuado. I am telling you, when it comes to politics. Now, young Kwe didn't show David. MPP for say, coronavirus has killed Chinese partners who were supposed to renovate Sunyani Coronation Park. MP. Sunyani, it is sometime baby, because if I saw be so. Almost a Chinese in a year no mobile renovate Coronation Park. So Corona Park was a Coronation Park. Cover the Cuomo. One day, Boba Sorado Palo. No more TV so almost say a chrono cover the Kungana. Intizia, wow, when you are Tananya Ghana now one for Pebebia, a Crobia, Wupes or Coscatawin in Abaco. In Kofo, my catch them from day one. These are not people you can trust. Chinese phone is so baby omu way omunche baby a Chinese phone we you just want enti papa na yere corona kuomo enti yet to be renovation if you this government ba you didn't kwasa samo Ghana for you didn't kwasa samo you didn't kwasa sampa. Coronavirus has killed Chinese partners who were supposed to renovate Sunyani Coronation Park. I said oh sorry it's like a movie, it's like cantata. I had to say by the fireside. Just say you just don't believe it. It becomes so difficult for you to. It's just so difficult for you to even understand. Say, is this really happening in Ghana? Do we have a government that thinks about the people? And what hurts is when they are lying, they disrespect the people to the point. So, Ghana for intelligence. That is my problem. Park no, papa no, Corona Kum, Park on you. This is the guy. There's danger ahead. There's a big problem ahead of us. And it's not a joke anymore. From what you saw in Parliament this afternoon, it should tell you. So the danger ahead, me say, democratic uprising is inevitable. And it is inevitable because of the actions of people in power today, especially the President of the Republic. And sometimes, Okasa say, oh, Kevin there, or your mambo for, or per se, or say Ghana, Intin say no. The truth is, what we are seeing today, it is madness. It's past craziness. So I just wanted to inform you about this. You see, Oma no Mobabe Sunyani Coronation Park, no, those people, they are dead. Coronavirus okuomo. Minim se ties ka momo. Se ties ka momo. Ye ni omo sign bibio. Omo wu a bibia wu. So that is it. That is your NDC MPP for you. Now, our first social media story is this. I'm trying to get away so that we can, in fact, see the stories. And I make this side so much. Now, Akufo-Addo travels to the United States. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo has been traveling, and I'll say we need to start asking ourselves, why is the president not interested in staying in Ghana again? It is looking like the whole of September, October, November, or December, right? Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo has not spent more than a week in Ghana, or 2 weeks, or maximum of 3 weeks. Now we need to start asking ourselves, say, why is the president in these difficult times not staying in Ghana? Like, I just don't understand. And upon all the things happening in Ghana today, upon all the distractions and also the confusion in Parliament, the president was in town. He saw what happened on Friday. He saw the confusion between the minority and the majority about the budget we need to run this nation. He didn't intervene. He didn't make a statement. He acted as if, say, he wasn't in the country. Adiachi and the Monday, the president says he's going to the United States of America. Where is he going? He's going to Atlanta. What is he going to do? Or say some caucus be or Atlanta, black caucus be, almost organizing events. And that event, they are organizing the event, which has got nothing to do with our situation now in Ghana, our health issues, our education issues. It's got to do about our economy. Whatever they are organizing there is about black people in America. And this black caucus, or whatever they call it in America, it's not an organization, and I say an institution, and yet even affiliated to the government, whereby anything that they do, government policies be just say it's a group of people who have come together and say we are African Americans, we live in America, and we think that when we put ourselves together, we can speak on issues in America, technically representing black people. So when black caucus people, or whoever they call themselves, with all due respect to them, decide to have an event and say this event, event in America, and our president in the middle of COVID, in the middle of a crisis, in the middle of where we are struggling to find a leader to talk to the nation about the way forward, says, I am leaving to the United States because a small organization, I say a small organization because all around the world, there are no more than 700 people. That group, Akufo-Addo, is visiting them. Me say Asanteman Kua omo UK, US, ye come nyina boma omo dos chen this black caucus group in America. And Akufo-Addo is telling us, say, their issue is so important to him to the point whereby he needs to leave Ghana. At the moment, we need answers to very important issues. We need critical answers. We need a leader to lead. We need somebody to speak for calm. The president says, I am leaving for over 4 or 5 days. Why? Because this group, this organization, a group of people are having an event. And that you see what he put in his statement to parliamentarians, that the vice president of America is attending. So they are both the guest speakers. Now the question is, if Akufo-Addo is leaving right now that the finance minister is in parliament asking us to pay more taxes, and we'll come to that conversation. The budget about Ghana for a new, we are all struggling and putting our heads around it and saying, more taxes. The question is, last week we saw a budget or a budget from the Ghana embassy in the United States of America. Almost bought Akufo-Addo trip we over $73,000 and over. Now the question is, say in Kofo when I invited Akufo-Addo to come out, are we the ones to cater for Akufo-Addo's trip? Because as we sit here, Akufo-Addo is the president of the Republic of Ghana. Anytime he bought a flight, we have to pay because we see it as he going out to do business in our name. business that will benefit us Ghanaians. Okodi dwuma bi a ɛbɛboa yɛ ne Ghanafoɔ ɛde sebio ɛmpuntu bɛbrɛ ɛnuntina yɛ tofi ogu plane mu ɛka say you and these group of people fly out, go and work. So you are paid every minute, you are paid every hour, per diem, whatever we give you to make you comfortable so that you can go and represent us. Now, this event Akufo-Addo is going. We just want to ask, who is paying for this? Who is catering for this? Who is paying Akufo-Addo's food, his fuel, the plane, the hotel, the people following him to this event? Who is paying? Because at the end of the day, what are the benefits we will be getting from this event? Because a Black Caucus in Atlanta are not going to raise money and give to us. Say today we are in HIPIC, so this money is from Black Caucus, and yes, use this to support this ministry. The Black Caucus, they don't have that money to say Akufo-Addo came to America to our event and that you people spent this ABCD amount of money on him and that this is what he's getting back. So as we speak, this man has taken over a rented jet, which he is leasing in our name, and he's flown out of the nation. His security, if this guy goes and he goes to die on the way, the reason is he was going to a Black Caucus event. It's critical, and these are things that we need to analyze very well. If anything happens to Akufo-Addo on this trip, in our history books, it will be recorded that Akufo-Addo decided to go to America to meet some people calling themselves the Black Caucus. Just wasting our money, and that he died through that. This is not an official thing we have to be sponsoring. Why is nobody telling us who is paying for this trip? Why this impunity? Why this disrespect for we the people are as a country? We cannot take care of kids in school and the free feeding. People are still giving birth on floors, oxygen, hospitals. But we are spending this money on this man to go to Atlanta to go do what? Go sit in an event organized by an organization that we as a nation will not benefit from. Sometimes when you sit back and you analyze these things, you get to know it is just one thing. And for once, I will believe what Kufuor said about Akufo-Addo is true. And that Akufo-Addo is somebody who does not care about anybody. And that Akufo-Addo is somebody who only thinks about himself and what he will get. Akufo-Addo chasing the presidency for all these years was for one reason, his personal gain, because the impunity we are experiencing in Ghana today, to be very honest with you, I think it's a chewa bodam, and you accept this. Because who called him here? Who is calling him 5,000 miles? Over 10-hour trip, in and out, almost 20 hours of our tax money being paid to this man. Do you know every minute, every hour, we are paying Akufo-Addo for flying that jet and coming to Atlanta every single second. Obana oti kejetia, oti eye makola, akorana or namna nin on shampo body papa struggle. The little taxes so we are paying Akufo-Addo for coming to Atlanta for what? And when you speak like this, you get people who have been to school. You get educated folks. You get people who call themselves the elites. Defend Akufo-Addo. Why should it be like that? And then they turn around to insult us. People who want the right thing to be done. So what are we going to get from Akufo-Addo trip? Because if Akufo-Addo was going on a trip where it is going to benefit us socially, politically, economically, I will understand. This is a group. I'm doing 700. And our president has become just a piece of trash who just gets up and gets invited to any nonsense. The vice president of the United States of America lives in America. She is black. And if Black Caucus are having an event, it is her responsibility to be there because one way or the other, she is representing or going there to please the black folks, the African Americans, to understand that they also have somebody in the White House who speaks for them. She is doing politics. What are you doing? Because if we are doing something in Ghana, and Akufo-Addo decides to say, I am going to the Ashanti region because a group has called me there, that is your stronghold. We are not spending any money. You are going to please them for them to understand you still think about them. Now, those people in the United States of America, the African Americans, don't contribute to our elections. And I'm not talking about contribute as their finances, contribute as individuals. That group especially does not contribute to our well-being. And a whole president leaves. And that is not the topic of the day. We will come to that. I will show you why we are here today. Now, I just wanted to inform you this, that according to the Akufo-Addo tuno, eyenkwasi according to nyanse bianim, sika na okose. Na busa ho say, adentina yese Akufo-Addo Ghana nyane de. Why is he not so comfortable in Ghana? Haven't you realized that? Yebeba so, I will show you something. Now, Akufo-Addo utu kwanyako America, Black Caucus or DN for Afreno. This is the reality. Upon all the nonsense happening in Parliament today, with some people feeling entitled to everything in Ghana, no, this is what is happening. Kolebu suspends scheduled surgeries due to low pressure of oxygen plant. This is the reality. Yejira Parliament, yafa Ghana fosika akofa MPs. Ebi abobodam ede wabetena Parliament abe making number abe ye omo wi omo sakofu plane abetena bruchire. Yeti ha na yejimi no. Yenso so nyoma phone na yeso so no. And yenya comedians akotena Parliament. We need to fill the place. We need to get people there to make sure say yenya your numbers no. Yetumi disika afa plane say enkofa nkofo mbra metena ho. Just say the issue is the reality on the ground. No, these people in power don't care. And so it hurts because those people who were vocal a few years ago, nobody is speaking. Christian Council, Peace Council, all the religious leaders. I'll come to that matter when we doing the editorial proper. This is the reality on the ground. They have suspended surgeries at Kolebu. They've suspended it. Why? Because the pressure in the oxygen plant, the issue is we have neglected our core principles. Nana Akufo-Addo said he was coming to serve. He was coming to right the wrongs. He was coming to make sure, say, what those guys who were in power led by John Mahama did not have the foresight to see, the intelligence that had to make sure they do the right thing. He is coming in as the person with the solution to our problems. And this is where we are. And when you go to Parliament, they are more concerned about adding more taxes to the people than looking at basic things like this. And these are not basic. These are primary things that when we don't get right, then it means we don't have leaders. These are serious stuff. The plane Akufo-Addo tune in this or they call Atlanta. Akatafobi freno. Ebeye event a man award no. That fuel now or use it can build this plant 1,000 times. I'm telling you. And the fuel Akufo-Addo is wasting as we speak now. No, it is you and I, and we are going to be paying more taxes, and the pressure is on us. In today, be an animal who be no more support to say, and the MPP ninti today when Parliament was the proceedings was going on. I was reading some comments, and you could see that some are genuinely foolish. Some people are genuinely born stupid, and it's not no amount of editorials, information, and trying to explain things to them a bit matter some more. Because they don't see the impact of what we are talking about, even what happened in Parliament. Because this illegal thing they did today, why na eba be feel burden? It is you and I. Oma and then omo Parliament. Omo kase NDC for abodam. Omo pesa taxes what be nipano. Every single individual who was sitting in Parliament today who did the year for taxes them brand, they don't pay for fuel. For fuel. They pay tie allowance. You tier omo watchman allowance. You have $100,000 to buy cars. Why some more cars dada? Omo the edge gracia over and over. They take everything free. Omo officers you see omo. These people have anytime they are flying. Just say, and you sit there as a young man and you think you are hurting me, so you should support this madness. And when I make us say, Jimmy Mumurunkum no edaomoso until you can't do anything. They still don't see the picture. Kolebu, Messi fuel ayatogu ekufuado plain when the other call yena yetuo, it can solve this problem. So who is foolish here? Who is not thinking? Why na ye Jimmy for ha? And no me problem o. Debia mi gina ha ekasa informing kofo and kofo dwen say it is for somebody's political ambition no. And no me problem because when the pressure comes, Oma Moses Omosoro, me say and the in Tokwesi Ghana, these people they will take their passport and they will leave 90% of you there. You will die. Yes. Gabi, he is British. In Tokwesi, He will pick his passport, pick his kids, and leave you. So when you sit there and you think this is about somebody, personalities, this is about NDC, NPP, it's about liberating the people from economic hardship. Bravo, Breno, and untina yeti hanti ayekasa every single day. So it is not just making noise, it's about saving the people. Yeah, Buama, free Ghana for so. That is why people like that we were siding or we still side with the NDC, the minority in parliament. We will come to that matter. Let's move forward. Reality Nino, we can't release timetable for outages in Kumasi now. Upon the own parliament in Yana, Moody didn't go for them say MPP for the reality is, and the Uko Kumasi are doom so ejnim, people are losing money. People's businesses are collapsing. And the funny thing is, ahimfu Kumasi, ahima Kumasi, asofufo akesifo Kumasi, intellectuals e Kumasi, sebio omo anad na ano no omo kasa debiano, they are all in Kumasi, but you've not heard anybody cough. Why? I don't know. Because at the end of the day, no, there is doomsaw in Kumasi big time, and then they start yesterday. It started a few months ago. We've sat here a couple of times. Nipa bebre at texte at trese. Nipa bebre at texte at trese. A year doomsaw I hit so many parts of Kumasi, and it's been consistent. Why would a journalist sit on radio in the morning in the Ashanti region? Or person or serve Ghana mine. He wants to serve our mothers, our nation. Onim said this is the reality. Abina is not doing its part because the journalist every day who said people are being chased to pay their light bills. The government is taxing people. So what will make somebody who also lives in Kumasi, who has the mic like myself, ignore such very important issue and decide to talk about things that will not bring any economic progress or financial, social, anything to the people in Kumasi? And it's sometimes I know be say you are being tribalistic. Never. I have dated Asantini Ba before. I have dated Awunani Ba before. I have dated Infantini Aisrim Ba. I have majority of my friends are Akant Asante for. I grew up in the Ashanti region. So it is not tribal, it is not about be tribalistic against a group. It is your actions. Because the issue is what we are doing here is to get you people there in the Ashanti region, or wherever you are in Ghana, to be considered, to be added to the national problem. Problems should be solved. I will say you solve a problem, no. On the ground, people are telling me that multi-TV is off. Please check this for me. And people saying it's off. Rescan your decoder. I think you'll get it right. It is serious. This is happening, and you've not heard anybody in the Ashanti region say, let us demonstrate against this because we were not promised this. Because the person who is in the helm of affairs did not promise us this. Why is nobody speaking? Because Gridco is telling us that they cannot give us timetable. Then it means to say somebody is doing politics with this problem. Many will say, Obi shame every asafu market or cold store, nena more say, but on kasa, enono eyadien. Sometimes we want to know. We ask questions. We want people, and not that you make people like us get to that conclusion, say, and yet tribalism, it will be nothing. Because you see your world going down, crumbling. We are say around you, but you still stick to, say, me ye MPP ni wa santime muntimen kasa. Ebi bebre, but ebi bebre chimbi. And these are things every day when I come here when I sit here and I speak on, it is not because I am picking a particular group. I am picking a particular group because I want that particular group or that particular region to demand. I am very tactical. The reason why my focus is on the Ashanti region is because when you go around Ghana, the most deplorable place, I can say development, when it comes to roads, when it comes to infrastructure, Ashanti region is way behind majority of the regions. Technically, Ashanti region should be the second capital of Ghana. And when I look at this, and I look at the economic harbor, what Ashanti region, people in the Ashanti region voted for the MPP. I need to be hard on the Ashanti region because they need to demand why they voted. They need to demand the reason why they were in line. It is if I am on Ashanti region and I'm speaking on the issues, not because I'm singling Ashanti region out because I'm a tribe. It is because they have allowed their tribe not to speak truth, not to demand progress, not to demand development. So, I will also stick to that issue. Dumso koso Ashanti memu pa big time. Ya Ashanti fonti yewu inti yebewu. Ya Ashanti fonti obi twa yekon yebe gina wa mane twa yekon. Ya Ashanti fonti enyem be ma biem. Ye mbe ma hyehyɛ nantem ene yepo. Ya Ashanti fonti bibi ha ya yentumi nka. Ya Ashanti fonti eye MPP na woso nti. Insemfun koso a yemfa nhye ho. Eno de ebeye saa na say that's how our conversation becomes. Then we become tribal idiots. We become foolish people because we don't know what we want. We have allowed tribe to take over our senses. That is why I keep saying this. And I debia make us some way. So ma ho kwan se obi mbu so yakwasiam panyini a and obu so yakwasiam panyini. Mumbu sam ho asantememu se agenda 111. Yesi ba akokrampo asantememu. Ya start eduru he because sebio okwasia baby yentiaso prensa. Otiaso ba ako na wan take action bia obese tiaso biebu. And nuntina ende no de bia me busa aben se o ma ho kwan so yakwasiam panyini a and obi so bebu so yakwasiam panyini. Inti ye kasa moment ase se enye time obi. We don't hate a tribe, we don't hate individuals, we don't hate a region. We want to be honest and speak on the issues because say my tribe ni di enima impuntu efe impuntu ye nchimba no, they will never get some. And I will not sit there because of tribe for the younger generation who will be coming to take over because in the next 20 years maximum, 20 years, in Penufua, do dia santimeni, 20 to 30 years, will be gone. 20 grados. Yes. From today, as I'm speaking, in the next 20 to 25, 30 years, 99% of Impenufua dia santimeni, they will all be dead. What are you leaving behind for the young people? And nothing that they be asantimanswa, obedience a personal. It is not. I want things to change. Do so koso, echeshen kofua him, enoma yedin. Ebeje shama hemwa ebeshe mu nyinsen na hye mu nyinsen a ebepie ema mansen nyina behu na mansen hu a de bebusa adan na isia de nyinsen ama mu ho aye tantantan say your pregnancy will expose you. It will bring out the ugliness in you people, and time is not friend of any man. Embre onye obi adamfo. When the time comes and you people are quiet, moye din na munim nokra a monka no sa nokra na monka no ebepie ebeyi mwedi ebema ewiase hu the kind of people we are. It's about time we started speaking. It is not about MPP. It is not about NDC. It's about the development of Asantemine. Maximum 30 years. In penifom dia Asantemine nyina bewu. Ebeka nkora no na mo nkora na mo ho na mo di atem mo se empem asem no ehe na mo begina ende inso to Asantemine ma mo titensuo ni se mmoa. And the efin adokora santemine and the your boss santemine dia no be yinani because eho enya attractive. A theater krampo munibi muni anything to speak of and be proud of. All that you people rally around is your past glory. Let us talk about the new world. What do you have to prove say this is the Ashanti kingdom, Asantemine ye, Ashanti region ye. Here is the garden city. Today when you go there, it has become the general place. Everybody takes a dunk. Asanteman has become the KVIP city whereby every nonsense is packed in there. Every trash is packed in there because we have refused to speak truth to power. You might not like me, but the truth hurts. And nothing I make no. But Niya oya omunmu now the finansa now di busansem. Ask questions and demand reasonable answers. Upeo, I will be here every day until I see the changes from we the people. I will never stop speaking on this, and I will never stop speaking about Asanteman and the Ashanti people. It's very, very important. Let's move forward. Now, see this. These are the realities. Now, make sure you know. The see Parliament now. The echoes of Ghana. This is what is happening in Ghana. Toll booth workers stage demo in Accra. Present petition to Parliament. Oma Sebio PWDs, people with disability, Imrebi Eka say, yen create opportunity, my yen yanoma Sebio Omuaka, ebi mo okrampo ye the disability, and as Omuaka ye the womo, Ubo Haibia onion polio, wanye lucky, ni parents and follow. Just say, Nyamabri, and my yen yanumni be Ghana phone be waka. Now the issue is, Yamon Wejuma somo yo toll booth. And the toll booth yaminoka say, Sesiana yatutumno, yen create, because Abani is still insistent of taking the toll booths away. Now the question is, have you created any exit a plan for these people? Because we live in a country, it is difficult for you to take care of yourself. And when I say when I take care of yourself, I mean say to even find a job, to even struggle, trot with other people, to even find your way through buildings. Now, enkope obia sebio where did them? These are people who are supposed to be our priority. When it comes to the nation of America, at Dambia YCBI, we make sure say people with disability or people who are not, with all due respect, are not like us. They have other options to also make them mobile, faster, accepted, and also be considered as one of us. Today, when you go to even public buildings in Ghana, people with disability don't have access to even enter majority of our hospitals and all that. But you create a job for these people. You are sacking all these people. You have not created any exit plan, any job for them. You just tell them that you will reach out to them. What do you want them to go home and do? I played a video here about a lady who is part of these people who was speaking. Say she has 3 kids. She wasn't lucky. She doesn't have her husband with her. What is she going to do? And these are realities. And the funny thing is, majority of these people voted. It does not matter who they voted for. At the end of the day, Yatuaba, Eyabang, Emma, or Send Pebia, you tax man, and responded to our problems. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we always, at the end of the day, making sure, say, I did be able to solve it simple, no? We complicate it. This government especially. Since Ekufuado took office, me who any problem Ekufuado it must solving so easily. Never. Every simple problem they make it so complicated to the point where you ask yourselves, do you need to be Jesus to be a politician in Ghana? Because the most simplest things to take care of, this government is not able to do it. And then they force upon themselves very difficult tasks they know they can never accomplish. And before he wanted to become president, they were asking him, Abrofo Busao, how are you going to get money to do your free SHS? He said, I will do it. But you need to tell people how you're going to raise money. You were asked, you say, NDC for say, teacher training allowance, and nursing training allowance. The NDC say, let's invest more. Let's take some of this money and invest it in infrastructure so that when we school, they will get a place to work. You said no. You reverse it and give them the money to chop now. Now the issue is, how are you going to make sure when they exit from the training colleges, they get job to do? Because they are cheap compounds. They are hospitals we need to be building. These people are not going to come work under trees. So what are the proactive measures as a government? Because you are feeding them today. Come to the US, go to the UK, go to Germany. Nobody goes to training college and being paid. No. Nobody is paid in training college to be in training college. No. If you want to take a loan, take a loan. After your schooling, you go work and pay back. Nobody pays anybody in school. It is who said politicians today, NPP4, are still doing politics. Baumia, such an empty head. We have paid nursing trainees. You have paid them. The money you were supposed to invest in their future, you are giving it to them today to consume. Now, when they finish school, where are they going? That is why we have thousands of them lingering around, because there is no sustainable job for them. And this is so easy for anybody who thinks as a human being to understand. Let them understand. When you come to the US, you go to Germany, especially the US, when you go to your nursing school, now taking loan, that's how you nursing school we are. The good thing about it is, so we NRO, say national, whatever they call it, there are private institutions that recruit nurses for them to work in various hospitals. The government, in the first place, the government has monopolized recruitment of nurses. How many nurses can a government recruit? You can't, because your capacity cannot. Now, why don't you give it to agencies to recruit nurses who are certified? And the issue is, when you finish school, you know that their agencies sitting because they have contracts with private or government institutions. They need nurses to work for them. And if you know your minimum wage, every nurse knows that after school, I'm paid this minimum wage. I can fight for that, for it to move up to. So there's no problem with payment. Even individual institutions that are recruiting nurses for institutions or whatever, they can cap their own salary. So you know, the better your salary, the better agency or the better nurses you get. The issue is simple. The government keeps burdening itself with unnecessary propaganda and foolishness because somebody just wants to use propaganda to be in power. And these are things you don't need to be in, to have a PhD to have. These are things that you sit, you apply. You just apply. And the funny thing is, all these people in this government, all these people, especially in this government, majority of them, some of them live in America. Some of them, their wives have been into this system for a long time. Some of them themselves, the men, have been to nursing training, and after nursing school, they got jobs. They were not waiting for the government to give them jobs. Their agencies sitting because they are more infrastructure. So if you take that allowance from them and you build more schools and more hospitals, what is going to happen is, if you have UGMC taking 2,000 nurses, we have 10 agencies work with UGMC. All that they are waiting for is Agency A pays $7 an hour. Agency B pays $7.80 an hour. Agency C pays $9 an hour. So the nurses finish school and then they drop in their applications. And majority of them will be dropping at the agency that is taking $9 an hour. It will force the other agencies to move their salaries up. Now they recruit them, they give them to UGMC. UGMC pays the agency pays the horses, the nurses. The government does not have a lot of stress. The government has shifted the stress on the private sector. So when you come here and say, moving from taxation to production, making sure the private sector, these are basic things you have to get right if you're an economist. If you're intelligent, if you know how our economy is fragile, you shift some of the blame. And this is a clear example of making sure the government does not spend unnecessarily. And we sit here and we are still speaking grammar. And we get somebody like Osechi Mensah-Bonsu. He'll come and stand in parliament and do Mr. Speaker. When you go to his constituency, toilet kurebiniho. You go to his constituency, swami. Without due respect, nipagu, a demu to say mwa. Roads are bad. There's no major infrastructure. The people don't have work. He sits in parliament and speaks English and thinks he's smarter than the person who gave him his new name. Osechi Mensah-Bonsu to sit in parliament, speak grammar, and act as if he's sensible than the person who changed his name, his criminal name, to his Osechi Mensah-Bonsu. And this is the problem I have with we, the people. We have allowed these comedians to take advantage of us. They are using slogans. Slogans. We are still talking about nursing trainees. Why do we need to do that? And you hear Baumia go around and say, nursing trainee allowance, we have restored it. Restoring what? Are you restoring their future into their bellies? Whilst you can restore their future in something better when they leave school, because nowhere in the world whereby you want to go take tertiary, go to school and not pay. You need to pay. Nowhere in this world, now person go school, you need to pay. So if you have decided to pick that career, I want to be a nurse, you need to be ready to face the consequences. And the consequences is steady hard. When you leave school, you will get a better GPA, get a better agency to place you so that you can pay your loan. It is not our responsibility to be feeding you. So every single thing about this government is about feed them. Then the pressure turns around to bite us. Then they turn around to tell us that we, the people, are not intelligent enough. We are not paying our taxes. In the first place, you are wasting the taxes on unnecessary things. I, for one, I don't believe in nursing training. Never allowance. Never. Nobody should go to school to better themselves for us to be taking care of the person in school. Never. If you're telling me young ones, junior high school, I agree. Even free SHS, it should be progressive. But no tertiary. student, we should not bear that cost. You get what I mean? So today, you go to majority of these institutions, nursing training colleges, they are all learning. They are sitting there. At the end of the month, if you don't give us nursing training, we vote against you. So they are dumb. Majority of them are not smart. They are not learning. There's no mark that they need to, there's no challenge. So we keep pushing trash in the system, all because somebody said, I am John Mahama in the NDC. Look around you, we are building cheap compounds. We are building multi-million-dollar hospitals. I want to employ these people when they are done. I cannot take care of them in school because it is not my responsibility. My responsibility is to provide better infrastructure for you to learn. Now your responsibility is to learn, get out, get into the infrastructure, take money, pay your loan, and pay yourself and make life for yourself. And that is how sensible governance is. So you don't do politics with this. You don't sit there. That is why the government is burdened. And this is just one. I can mention so many of them. We had 100,000 young men and women sitting at home. Majority of them say Health Ghana. They were nurses. They are sitting at home because you did not create the opportunity for them. What is the opportunity? Infrastructure. Open it up. They will get jobs to do. But you can say NAPCO. The NAPCO thing you are doing, you are still burdening the economy because you are paying them 700 Ghana a month. They are not working. They are not even smart enough to do the work you are giving them. And then we have to turn around and pay. And you say we don't pay taxes. So you are adding more taxes. So it's a cyclical thing. Our leaders today, these people, they don't think. They can't govern. These people make governance so complicated. It is not. Governance is all about being a visionary, having plan before you get there. So you always need to plan ahead. And these people don't think like that. These people only think about slogans. Ekufuado 2016 all the way to today. Ediena Ekufuado Kanya are successful. Tell me about one thing that Ekufuado, the slogans or the buy are successful today. We can put our finger on and say this one has been successful. None. Majority of those things he said, Emma and the Breno, because the burden comes back to we the people. We are a third world country. This is not a time for us to be burdening ourselves with people who are enriching themselves with knowledge. Even America, in the United States of America, people don't pay people's school fees. Take loan. Because you need to have a challenge. You need to have a challenge in front of you. If I keep feeding you in school, you have no challenge. You're not even going to learn. But if you know that at the end of the nursing training, you'll be owing 50,000 Ghana cedis, you know you need to make a better GPA. Send near Beya who we are going to UGMC. The one idea no on an agency for you to a school, a hospital, you will be making better money. That is how you govern. Now see this. COVID-19. Standards for production of face masks coming soon. In the pipeline. When was the last time you heard this matter? Almost 2 years ago. We are going to produce those masks. The whole Africa, we will be the hub. People will come, with 2 nose masks for Ghana. We will be the nose mask force. People will come here. Ekufuado has ideas. And the Ghana standard. Still, we are still talking future, present, participle tenses, saying COVID-19 standards for production of face masks coming soon. This man telling you coming soon. You see where we are. And this should clearly tell you the kind of government we have, the kind of leader we have, the kind of country we are building. Now ask this man, Ekufuado himself, the executive order he put out there that if you step out of this from your house and you not wear nose mask, you have to be jailed or whatever. What has happened to that? Has he spoken on it? Has the Ekufuado come back to tell us that he has revoked that executive order? He has, in fact, stopped it? No. But today, nobody, as you can see, majority of Ghanaians are walking around without nose mask. And we have people here who are saying, we are checking the system. How are you checking the system? This man speaks and walks. This man does not respect. This man, the impunity in his blood. You people have no idea. And I'll expose him today for you people to know the issue of Parliament. You should not be shocked, but we need to take care. We need to be careful. We need to take action. if you really think about this country and you really want to look at the issues critically, you will know, say, we have ended. We've gone to the bottom. That is where we are. We've gotten to the bottom. If we don't take care, we will all suffocate there. What you saw in Parliament is clear character of the president we have. The moon Parliament and then the clear character of Teletubbies' dad, or no? The clear character of Ukbo, the clear character of a president who thinks nobody can challenge his opinion. And I'll take my time and let Ghanaians understand why I am saying this. And you see, sometimes we sit and we think some things just happen. They don't just happen. They happen because consistently people have made it possible to happen. Because Papa and we pray, nothing will make you even think, say, Oko Adam for fear, try it. Because so Oko num preko, and I say Oko di preko kwai, and Oko preko nam, now befie and you smell of pork, you know you'll be thrown out of the house. But when himself, Papa, echebi. When you go see your friends, uchebi awunsro because papa no abo. So what happened in Parliament today should clearly tell you it is the manifestation of a Kufuor's character. And then I will take my time for you to understand, say, baby, you do know, Teletubbies' dad, he does not care. The impunity he's using now to rule, you'll be shocked. You might not like me, but you see, we have only one Ghana. I can stay in the United States for America for 100 years. I'm still a Ghanaian. A white person will see me and ask me, where do you come from? I'm telling you. It does not matter how long I live in the US. It does not matter how long I live in the UK. How long I live in Germany, in Russia, wherever. Anytime you go somewhere, your accent will give you away. Somebody will look at you and say, where are you from? Are you from Nigeria? Are you from Ghana? You cannot run away from that. So the reality is, we need to speak on the issues and change things. It is very important. Now move forward. Bright Simmons said something, and I want to draw your attention to something here. The vice president of policy think tank, Imani, Africa, Bright Simmons, says in Africa, supporters of the ruling government lock their conscience. No. You see, I understand. I agree with you till some point. But the problem we are having in Ghana is people like yourself, Bright, people like other CSOs, those who know the truth in the system, who can differentiate between sand and Gary. We have to take that responsibility to let people down there who, with all due respect, don't have that education to differentiate between policies, governance, and politics. It is our responsibility to do that. Because the moment we think that everybody thinks like us, everybody should be knowledgeable like us, everybody should understand the policies between what they are talking about or the difference between governance and politics, we get it wrong. Because this is the situation where today a budget was being illegally passed by the majority in Parliament, and people who will be paying most of the taxes are jubilating. And those who will be paying less of the taxes are actually passing the tax to burdening the people who are jubilating that my party passed a tax that I will be suffering from. So we need to educate. We need to stop this. And I'm not saying Imani, that is what they do. But we, the middle class, or we, the so-called, we know a little bit something. We have learned a little bit something. We need to calm down. We need to calm down to the basics and let people understand that you love your party, but you need to understand that any decision your party takes, it will negatively or positively affect you without your involvement. So we need to let the people understand. We are too high. We are talking too much to the clouds. We need to lower it. We are too high up there. And I'm speaking to the CSOs, those in Ghana who say they are political commentators, those who want the betterment of this nation. We are too high. We are too high in the skies. Yeah, I can't bro fugum from him. We need to calm down and let the ordinary Ghanaian otinyo me biase. Because budgets now you're passing in the na amount for be a jubilate no sebio a here for power MPP no omno mo bechiro mo pa ba omno mo jubilate o me no ka say o kejetia ma me na and the otikejetia a jubilate say NDC for yankwasiafo. What the NDC were trying to do was that tax no mo yimfri nipa no so. It does not matter who is affecting NDC or MPP. The NDC said they didn't care as far as they have a tax and to Ghana for, so that is their priority. And so MPP for MPP though, tax now more support, that tax is going to come hurt you. It's not going to hurt Oseche Mensa. Oseche Mensa tax now more no. Because no, the oil the engine tax on tia capre. Why would you can yes abeja no? Omo mugu parliament na no mo ye yo mo bom nsem no ba kumponi wo beka ajay. Wo na beka ajay. So Bright and the rest, we need to lower the curtain a little bit. The curtains is too high. Bro, for the dorsal, the grammatics, gamma the dorsal, the constructions the dorsal. We need to let the ordinary citizen understand their responsibility. Every single individual has a political party they are affiliated to, but we cannot all be foolish to support every nonsense. So the moment we start to educate, and that is what we do here, the moment we start to educate, irrespective of your political affiliation, then they come to the realization that what do I have to do to force these people to do things to favor me? Because we are still not at that point whereby a Ghanaian can say, I live in the stronghold of the NPP. I was born a Santini. My father used to be the chairman of the NPP. I'm going to vote against the policies of the NPP today because I am a businessman. I am a spare parts dealer. My things are not working. My family, we are struggling. We haven't gotten to that point yet. Because see, to MPP ma, ya to MPP, ya to NDC ma, ya to NDC. We need a middle ground. And it is our responsibility to do that job. You can differentiate between a contract that is bad. You can differentiate between a policy that will affect the ordinary Ghanaian or Tie Kurasibi. They cannot differentiate. So I'm and I say I'm 90% of the people watching me are said whatever happened in Parliament today, they have no idea. Obiti Kumasi Kachre Obi Okumasi say NDC for yene MPP ye besi 5 interchanges amount no so monpene, but that person is running away from the reality of the compiling of taxes on that person now or he is not going to tell that person that. It is our responsibility and our job to let them understand. We have been president 5 years, we have 5 years on C Koto Bridge, but suddenly budget na NDC for say may for taxes him to Ghana for so no wakojina Kumasi City radio so say ye basic interchanges 5 Ekufuado akana less than 2.5 years to leave power realistically 2.5 years to leave. He cannot build Akukobu Kura Ontuminsi. So we are doing ourselves a big harm by sitting up there and thinking that those down there will understand us. No, we need to calm down. We need to speak the language of the people. We need to start educating them, letting them understand why they are Ghanaians, why they vote, why they have to take some decisions. When we are able to do that, meet them halfway, they will now understand the issues. They will now understand, say, so Bibe Jerry Noka say, one district, one factory, or Beka say, baby, I'm metino, Mamimbusa Assembly, their districts now, factory ben now, a dear produce, no one know how bear factory. We will be asking these vital, important questions. The people will be doing that questioning. We will not even be doing that. And please, you guys are speaking too much grammar. You guys are up there. You guys feel like your target is to reach foreigners. And you, majority of the CSOs, your priority is for foreigners to hear you. Some person in Holland, some organization in Germany, some American institution to listen to you. The pain we are feeling in Ghana, they don't feel it. They don't understand the reality. Speak to the people. Don't speak to somebody living in Germany and say that you are a policy think tank. You are a D&D CEO, CSO. You are D&D, and because you want the attention of foreigners, foreign institutions, then we are missing that point. There's a gap between the people and us. Because now there's a wide gap between the journalist and the people. Today, a journalist can stand on TV and speak for 2 hours. He will still not meet the people halfway because his job is to come and do damage control. His job is to protect some individuals in government. Still, he's not meeting the people. So what are we going to do for the people to meet us halfway? We need to cross that halfway. We need to do our 70% of the job. And 70%, because in our country we have so many illiterates more than literates. You know that. Oma sebio, omu ni mama left and right. Omu tumin kind tiasye. Omu tumin the policy, the echo, his long-term benefit, short-term benefits. They don't know. That is why in a country like Ghana, CSOs are hailed. They are seen as the neutrals to bridge that gap. Let people inform the people. But today, the CSOs have become business entities, sitting up there lobbying for politicians to get what they want. That is what we are missing, right? So please, we can change the people through what we are doing when we do it diligently. If we decide to do it the way we have to do it the right way, we will have people now making suggestions or asking reasonable questions and sitting back waiting for reasonable answers. Because if you come to Wale Wale and you tell me you are going to build a dam, and I ask you, how are you going to build a dam? Where are you going to get the money? How many people live in this constituency? Where is the dam going to be situated? How? Then the chiefs, people down there will be posing questions. But then when we don't do that and we all live in Accra, we all write long theses, publish it. Who's going to read that nonsense? Nobody's going to read it because you know your people. They want to hear you talk. They want to hear you educate them. They want you people to mumra from. You people are too high. Now, today I saw this, quite interesting, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I've seen a lot of, it's so shocking that Comrade Dufour took over all media platforms, Ghana Web, City News, GH1, just a Benaravel Krampo interviewed Comrade Dufour, and with all due respect, I respect him very much. He has a very good track record. Over the years, he has proven himself. He has proven himself as a politician, and also as a businessman, and also as a father. So with that, you can't take it away from him. So if you listen to such a person, you expect him to impact you, and he did. I listened to his press conference, whatever he did. He impacted a lot of people. But the question here is, when you say the focus is to build a better NDC to contest in 2024 elections, that is Comrade Dufour's focus right now. The focus of Comrade Dufour is to help a winning team. NDC led by John Mahama and Nana Opoku-Agyeman are the only people or only contestants in opposition that has been able to galvanize 6 million votes. It has never happened in our history. John Dramani Mahama and Nana Opoku-Agyeman are the only contestants who have been able to move seats from 106 to 137. It's never happened in our history before. In normal days, they won the elections. If Comrade Dufour says he loves the NDC, he is there to build the NDC 2024, then all that I can tell Comrade Dufour is, you being a candidate does not mean you want the collective good of the NDC. I'm being honest. You are somebody the NDC needs. And if you say that you want to build the NDC, then go and support that winning team that got the NDC 6 million, technically winning the elections. Because what you are doing, what I can say is, it's either you want to break the winning team or you are being selfish. And I don't have any problem with you because you are a diligent man, you have worked hard. You have proven yourself in politics. You have shown everybody that you're a hardworking person, a personality who can, out of nothing, create something. The people need your wisdom to help the winning team to win. Because if Mahama and Nana Opoku-Agyeman had gone to lower the vote of the NDC, I would have said, you have the chance to also go contest them. But as we speak, these two people in opposition have been able to galvanize so many votes than anybody, even in power. It means that is a winning team. And nobody in the NDC should try and say, I need to contest that person. Because as we speak today, and you, Comrade Dufour, you know, and I know, John Mahama and Nana Opoku-Agyeman won the elections. You know for a fact that it was rigged. Unless somebody is behind the scenes pushing you to do this, you have enough credibility. You are matured enough. You have enough experience in Ghana politics to let this happen. Unless there's somebody putting you on the line and say, do this or this happens. Because I don't see why anybody today will say the combination of Nana Opoku-Agyeman and John Mahama is wrong. They pulled the biggest number as an opposition party in our history. Who can do this? And they're still alive. And the probability is they will want to run again. So how do you say you want to build the NDC when you don't want to support a winning team? Sir, I respect you. But you see, sometimes we need to let our egos go. Sometimes we might have issues with people. Let it go. sometimes if you say the collective good, you support the collective good. You don't go in and challenge the collective good. Because if the NDC and Ghanaians didn't see John Mahama and Nana Akufo-Addo attractive, they wouldn't have made that number. Upon all the suppression from the EC, upon all the intimidation from the government, they pulled that number. That number can grow bigger if you, Comrade Dufo, decide to say, I endorse Mahama and I endorse Nana Akufo-Addo to make sure we win 8 million votes. And that is a total endorsement. But for you to say, I want to pick the speaker and make me my vice, I want to pick Harun Idris and make your vice, then it means there's some iota of cracks you are trying to create. Because now, how do you want the party, foot soldiers, people on the ground, who you want to vote for you, to see these people? That any action they take from today, somebody is going to say, oh, they are doing this because they want Comrade Dufo to call them. So you are in the shadows trying to crack your own party you want to lead. You don't do that, my friend. Say, I respect you. You don't do that. And I don't have any problem with you if you want to contest. But when you want to contest, don't try and stay behind the shadows and send cracks. That is not politics. And that is not honorable. I'm done here. I don't want to push too much. I respect you a lot. But I think if you are thinking of running 2024, with all due respect, I am young. I cannot decide for you. But think twice about this. You have built a lot. You have been able to put a lot of ink on your resume. Don't let some kids, don't let some politician, don't let somebody out of anger make you make a mistake that, and I'm not saying that you are not qualified to lead the NDC, but a woman, ne woyen, they're totally two different things. Punching neighbor, punching tree. Belonging to me and belonging to us are totally two different things. If you don't take care, what belongs to you and your brothers, somebody will take it. And this is where I can end that. All right, the next one is this. Now see this. This is coming from John Boedu, MPP General Secretary, right? What did he say? And see the misinformation going out there. 2022 budget, e-levy will afford government 1 trillion cedis annually for development. Suddenly, the e-levy will give government 1 trillion. They never mentioned this even in the budget. Even before, pre to the budget, they never told Ghanaians how much they're going to make. But suddenly when the NDC opposed this budget, now they have a figure. So we are going to now also who say these people, John Boyd or Cominseni, or Nimsa Nyansana Edibu Mino, or Kasa anyhow, or no petition we are. Why is a kuku or kasa anyhow? So as a whole political party, we MPP ni and the John Boedu or no other MP or the Tor board so Tor Tema Oil Refinery. Do you know how much money he makes every time they sit for a meeting? Do you know how much money he's making there? Ote eye kaukudi. We MPP ni we peja wabeti. We space to space and I say be the old one and I say Momo. Baby, I would be a table and sana wada. You obina ato a Momo SIM card amount and a wuye juma work to pay. The person pays you on commission. Yeah, the tax we are better so. Oh, yeah, MPP ninti also so. John Boyd no sending them pena sika or sending the sika or the share envelope mo dollar near their command empena. Or no on sending $10,000 or $5,000 to wo Momo no. But wona obeble. Into say ND Saba. Now ND said no. Wo na wote ka okudi na wochi table ansa na wada no. Wo na wote eye bekwai na sebio ebusuafie kon bebia na nka se de kitchen ya twema wo de wo mpa bia kosi na woda no. A ho kire wo na wo ye bodwa no. They are saying say sa bedding we ye free wo so. Kasem na ye wa party na omuntwa so. Na wo dwin say oh ye eye NDC a na wo ye wo ho because sa nipa ogina ho ka say ono order tour board so. Ne babia ne wo kosaito. Ne babia ni oko saito me no ka say or the mbani nyina for V8 or no me do to party maniska or you're better than you. Inti the issue is what we are talking about today is about your own good. Aya wo ankasa wo ye die inti na ende wo obi te say yene ana NDC for e ka say Kwame Amuako na ote santase na otoma MPP no emfa ye ho say otoma MPP. NDC say sa tax no me fa to Kwame Amuako so na wa bre. And found 2024 onto my NDC. And so NDC as a political party say, Kwame Amwakuna ote Sontresono, the ote Bakwano, the ote Sankreguano, men fan tono so, and family who saw MPP ni, the here and answer the NDC for here, and say, Nipano ahin haomo. That is basically the NDC for here. Into who in their right senses will say, men tiasie, mon for tax nembra, na wo ye wine. Into adia chin, no. John Boy do original say 1 trillion. Oh, si be omo politics no. We mo politics no, nyanse bi enim. We mo politics no, politics a omo de hwe omo ho. Monko parliament in the omo no moto wo nyina ye no. Omo moto wo nyina 70% of them omo to dan abrochire. 70% of them omo to dan abrochire. Omo moto na say yemfa sa tax ni gumu so no. 80% of them every time a parliament beko recess be omba abrochire. Omba anye si dom de bo dollars no mo de ba abrochire. Omo moto ye say yemfa tax na engumu so ye MPP for no obi ayare a ofa plane e ba abrochire. Now we are Ghana ni now we are MPP ni a hwemenim na ka say wunjimi say obe support ade we. Yenim MPs omgu a omo be wo abrochire no ma ba Ghana. Majority of omo be gina say ende sa tax we yemfa ngu Ghana for no 90% of them omumba anko school or Ghana. Omo so omumba wo school isi no omo ni Ghana. So wo no why na ejimi wa ha? Huh? Why na ejimi wa ha? That is what we have to look at. And no, and I say me need that one ye share. Omaji fans na wi o, omaji $100,000, omaji S gracia, omaji discount ko mo mpena, omaji cars, omo na wo betua sa tax omo ntua bi. He, see omo $11,000 cedis a month. Near ti omo 10% to say den points omo committee or tena committee so 700 times a year. When we ska obenya e buru ni pay. E no ko me ni ndisa won chen president ko odi nechi. Minister ko odi nechi. Wona wo bre. So what we are talking about is critical. The NDC for you know, it's basically saving this nation. I'm telling you, what the NDC are doing, they are saving lives. Shekolebu, ye ni oxygen pa surgery. Into ende wa wotia Sankreguati Kumasi sisiano. Ye do kota hospital sisia ube wu. Kenede Japonya ya ria. Ende nechuba ye debe tu play mu. Obe tu abadi ye di play na kofa no. Ajwa safo HM half mental. Yako tamono. Yede naba wabeden wabeto aba wayeshepe osako wona wo bebre. You get what I mean? So the reality is what I'm telling you. These are the facts and you can't swerve the facts. I don't care if you don't like me. And then me hu bebre me ankasa mebusu me abrodzini pa me frayeldo and you mebusu afo nyana pem asem. Oh yeah. Me ma mebusu me nyobi na pem asem. So you not liking me will not change me, but I want you to know the facts. Yes, I want you to know the facts. Inti men kasa won pema asabiti. Me ankasa mabusu NDC for me wo fafo ni bi DC MPP for mujame. I don't care. I don't care. But the facts are the facts. Inti, it is not you not liking me. It's about you listening to the message. I am the messenger. Ignore me. The message is what you need to listen. Why in a tax way ke stop ya nke be buano? Simple question okoda no busa ho. And then a buyer or Balka say we are moving us from taxation to production. And the edit tax share kwa a your position because a young penny. A buyer say changing am the rest of con. I didn't know you say abasa. And we'll be trying Kevin. We are suffering at Kolebu, especially with the junior staff. I never knew. I was talking to one friend, and I am so sorry. I'll call him because his dad died. I was supposed to go see him. Something came up. I couldn't see him here in DC, and I'll call him. He's another day, and I know if he's watching me, he understands. I sincerely apologize for this. Something hit, and that's why I couldn't make it to your house. Now, ne papa we were Ghana. Now, before ne papa be no, ne asin papa also ye test be. This guy here in America, onya foolish boy, he works in a decent. He works with government. Sebio no hunchiri he can do whatever he wants to do. And ne papa koye just something or hospital to go do checkup no about America. Could you believe? Say cancer test to say yes, here in Ghana. We need to take it to South Africa. As a sample, no. When they want to take a sample, cancer sample, I don't know. He told me, but I don't really know the exact thing. Say cancer, almost sample test to say they need to take it to South Africa from Ghana. So somebody will have to take the sample, place it in a chest, a cold chest or something, give it to a flight, a whole nation, and take it all the way to South Africa. We have a government for past 5 years. The government has not built one clinic. It cannot say this is just my project. So today you need to do that test. I'm trying to find that particular test. So imagine Kwame Amwakuna and the UD MPP for which say ya pass tax and this form kwasi aforo. Wona and the asama to ne now test no kura usika wen. Ya tonwo busu dan amutimu wo eye asafuya still untumi ntua test ne kam yemfa wo test sample no enko South Africa and some embra kura no wu. The probability of somebody interchanging things because anya unko sample na eko. The problem is we are being governed by idiots. Jesus. Now see this. Education minister. Government to build 5 STEM universities with Ajenkwa budget. Like, education minister will not California. And he knows what governments do. He knows when it comes to educational sector in America, what really goes into it. Or your propaganda. We are going to use this Ajenkwa budget to build 5 STEM universities. Budget 2022 into person just 5 universities no you be sitting in area answer 2025. Now no one film I say oh yeah club for advert Emma Yugoslavia for way not to California school now also managing they be try and draw American studies ahwede for no Mexico for no Venezuela for no cross border na illegal immigrants on te brofo no na aban the chicks they call class Abai gives them tokens to eat. These guys, and your school or ranyo, now your classes. And these people hyped this guy. Or America, we be in school, desha. America for you no California cross you. And you see a school Cassia University. And on to Ghana for him because of MPP or MP or Parliament haba. You have less than 5 years to exit. And you are telling us to say, you've been in power for 5 years. And you are telling us to say, you are going to build 5 universities. Why did you Juma? Why are you not being considerate? Why are you not pasa? Do you know what a university is? Anytime I catch you say, I'm not going to number one. Now, no one film said, oh, yeah, club for be the only club for advert with Yugoslavia. Maybe he doesn't understand what university is because on the school now you know a university man. So 2x4 school now studies now. Do you know what a university is? Do you know what we call a university? Do you know? You are going to within 3 years you are going to build 5 universities. Maybe kakana with him. These people don't respect us, my friends. My fellow Ghanaians, let me tell you, what we are doing here is not for anybody. It's our own benefit, to our own benefit. I'm being honest. Majority of people living outside America, and I mean, we say no in Kofoka, be deport Ghana phobia. But I saw Mary doing a show on Facebook. Say there are some Ghana phobia illegal immigrants or Germany. Be deport she doesn't feel bad for them. And me, I don't feel bad for anybody. A lie. You people are mincing words. With all due respect to, there are some genuine people. It is not their fault. But the majority of them, these people go to work like donkeys. They enter their bunks, people's basements. No for fun. No for sempa. MPP for this for enter for na wona fon kwase afo mahama aboe okoto na amatresi buache mamom pene otobi basement o oye adwuma sa boa. But the ref said, Debbie, your son must say, Kwa. You didn't go Ghana. Because when in Krata, our broche, Only any legal document to back him. And so now she basement. Wafa phone. And now wakoto some foolish SIM card bill. And now wafra sempa. Wafra inshra. Wafra UTV. Wafra eno tun wababa na him. And when you cook and the pan will be a odiewu. And the wakan kwasi asem. And the majority of you will go and feel that thing. Na adenti na kasa monko fia na mu yom chichimo. Adenti na kasa musi ekufuado ya Ghana ye. Ghana bibi ekoya. Adenti na muntu nkotena Ghana. Mwa mawuse mwano. Oma mgugugu Massachusetts na child support. Mmade mo bedura brochi na makofa akatafo enkwasi awi na omo numgum so a na mo kanko ade na mo nkase kufuado ye Yesu wa ye bibia fenchirem. Health insurance is perfect. School is perfect. Ejuma is perfect. Why don't you leave your dirty job and live for Ghana? Adentina munja nkotena Ghana. Because with me, if you tell me to go live in Ghana, I will tell you no. Because I don't want to die early. Because there's no better health insurance. There's no better health care. There's no better ambulance service. There's nothing working in Ghana. I will be lying in my room and I don't want to be a victim. I will be walking on the streets, going somewhere, going to minding my own business. Somebody will come and knock me down. The car he's driving that has no insurance. The driver has no insurance. My life is messed up. I don't want to live in a system like that. Some of the things. I don't feel pity. It hurts me a little bit because there might be one or two people who genuinely were doing great, speaking against the system, who wanted to, in fact, get documents and go make change. But they have been trapped. But don't Jimmy. I'm being honest here. And I'm not going to sit here and mince words. Mo amutia brocheno and I na radio for omo fra. Oma gaiji mo. So almost send a text message back asempa. Sanko phone na omo di bibia omo so no asempa. No mo me say omo fra. I am kan chom say na mo met na habi. Ade na radio for mo kan chiro omo. Oh, Ekufuado has done well. One district, one factory, one constituency, and one day. No more some radio for from free. Oh, me na free Germany. Oh, I made New Jersey na mete. Hey, they say the Bibia boko ya de Ekufuado as a pass the audio bay and Kenyon noa and Ken Kwarai, Communia school. We are one district, one factory, one constituency, and Konanu House, Alabama, and their bray. Aha. So, Auntie go now TV so and radio so o chop propaganda ni nyina wi a Osebema. Also New Jersey say na to bra hey. But just mo be ka tu trim. Odi omo wi a omo text mo a omo text mo me I've done radio before. You cannot intimidate me with radio and TV, never. Me say omo text ba no mo trotting ebu out to OBS show. Your specific people be on omo radio omo. Oh, this is from Guy G. The Ekufuado administration has proven itself that it can actually elevate Ghanaians from the poverty they were going through in 2012. Now, Nana Danko Ekufuado's implementation of the free SHS has proven that he is more intelligent. Now the economic okinkani nyire wi a also Guy G. And the one woman no so one mami and sound said the entafo bi and o yire no mumbre. Ai mumbre me kan ho. So they are living good lives and they are painting a picture for you to suffer. Into omu live better life for America. Omu tomo o tree efie na ojade yere ho a otumi set cameras on fie nanim obi obebo pimbi otumi on phone so no abusa what are you doing in my house? Onim said the system works. Oh na yere text no. Hey Guy G, your little daughter, she doesn't feel good. The Guy G be answer for 911 and no man address. But say police cars mienu ambulance mienu no ma kohwe de ma no otie adwuma we problem ohwe bibia o ka so metena Ghana obeka cho say Ghana de on metena o but otie abrochire send message or ring it or text it brofo akese ye giminti na to say nipa sa na odwene ho. These are the things I'm trying to make you understand. Omo mo abrochire na mo kukuru no. And if you think this is a problem, then one kasana utino ose akohwehwem. And say papa bi a drilling the trim no na nam Ghana no. Na utino drilling near the room no aka baby. You hating me will not change anything. I'm being honest with you. Me 99.9% on this platform I don't care what you think about me. Me. Now maybe I can be from one can win the 99% of the times I'm at the show, I don't care what you think about me. It's about the message I am sending to you. And you'll be at the permission, and I don't care. I've lost friends along the way. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I can't please everyone. I can't force myself to be what somebody wants. I can't do it. And I'm not an actor. I'm doing my job. When it's in front of me, I say it the way it is. So I also don't blame people who think, say, Kevin is not towing the line I want. Kevin is not doing what I can't. Maybe people can act around you and make you think that they please, but I can't do it. And these are the realities. Now see, time our budget na semba, you know. So when more social media can say time our MP NDC for Abraham Bagbin a more rejected budget, you know. Suddenly, you got a Gabby starlet. Oma Oshomo Law School. Oma Oyuzi Omo in 2012, 13, 14, the winning election, no. Wana who is Ankuma, we Pia Bontine, we bet Tintin, Brofo Kakaka. They think, say, a year speaker made a mistake, and then the person, and a lawyer to be, and a wana, the last guy. And Wana, and Kran you in Kurano, or in Kurani, political insects, no. A binta Afafranton, no me you muti, and they came to defend their financier. They came to defend Gabby's nonsense. Into who will be to say, just a mere guy, a mere ever boy. Tidal wave. In so far, in Chrome for 1 4, or say no to UK, into who knows I am or a better, or Cabrofo, into more there, we Jimmy for 1 4. He thinks, say, or as chimney. So the last guy comes out and say, budget debate. Bagbin aired in asking finance minister to leave parliament. That is his problem. Awunenino wafu plane intenda onye efobium ya tamne fra wonafo krom achemfo na papa no ho fi no ene de si frame se kwabrochire kosua law intina adwen se onimnyansa che obia. So suddenly they all appeared. Didn't you see? Yes. And remember, omo pie nyina they were defending a year they see they were speaking against the actions now a majority take here now walking out in their own budget they couldn't defend, you know. So we're steady very well. They coming from the let my vote count, Occupy Ghana, these same people. And now when our 4 boys no mugu a year, your friend say city no. Those boys, you know, they don't know where they are from. Those boys, I don't see them as people who understand their roots. They are just aimless boys walking because almost pigs. It doesn't work like that. So they all popped up. What are they going to do? Go after Bagbin. Go after the NDC. Let it look like somebody pushed the MPP out of parliament. Nobody did that. And I want to they sit there. What is happening? And the funny thing is, the NDC through Okujato Blackwa raised an issue in parliament that we have seen this budget. And even Haruna Idrisi talked about it. The tidal wave issue wasn't in the budget. I am thinking about the others. I'm thinking about my constituents. I'm thinking about Awunafo. And so say Awunafo boy we are. Awunafo boys way more. They don't think about that. They think about the interest of some Achem Sakawa boys. And that is what they have to defend. Now when Jimmy you'll stoop this low. These are parasites. Apart from sitting in front of those radios, they don't have any job. Apart from coming to sit there and cooking somebody's agenda, they don't have any job. Somebody's taking care of him in school in the UK. Or shabon kibim, or to the nana table, or petani tiabo krabim, or nim the oya. All that he has to do is to lick the butt of Gabby. So suddenly they all came out. Why didn't they attach that anger, that seriousness to when people were being swallowed by the ocean? These are foolish creatures. I know sometimes maybe I say, oh, Kevin dear. No, when a creature is foolish, you need to let the creature know it is foolish. And Sky, boys now, they are stupid creatures because people were trying to defend your roots. Now, this is the last social media, and this is what it says. Minority boycotts parliament as talks break down over 2022 budget. After this short break, we will start the editorial from here. Remember, I'll be telling you why where we are heading is dangerous. My name is Kevin Taylor. I'll be back after this short break. you very much for staying. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. My producers are called The Ghost Team. It's exactly 4:18 p.m. US East Coast time is definitely 9:18 in Ghana. Thank you very much for staying. We are streaming on so many platforms this evening. On social media, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we are on YouTube, we are on Loud Silence TV, on Multi TV, we are cross-posting on so many platforms, on NDC TV, 1957 Project, on Honorable Joseph Yamin's page, on Hopex TV, on Ghanaian Citizen TV. All these platforms are picking us live across the world. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you're in Africa, Asia, Europe, and Americas, I would like to say welcome to Pound for Pound. It's time for Pound for Pound. All right. So the editorial is simple. Something happened in Parliament today. On Friday, the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, made sure that the process and procedures in Parliament were followed. Odi Imbranaso of Parliament. They see Friday, no, simple. Finance Minister eba Parliament the budget no ebe kire se budget no yento so aba na yebeto so no yento so aba say ajatuma na say engine tumu NDC form of Parliament led by Haruna Idrisu ene muntaka no omo raise concerns bebre of Parliament efa budget no ho omo ka say budget na ye de ba beto Ghana ye ba be tumu no omo nsemfo bi wo ma omo omo kisere na omo pesenka they want the government or the finance ministry to look at it very well. Now, what was the NDC talking about? The NDC was saying, the budget itself, there are a lot of taxes in the budget. They will prefer, say, Anka, the finance minister should look at the budget again and come again and then make some small adjustments. Senebeya, budget no bed in Ghana for too much how too much because omu budget say a lot of taxes wom intinka on bu taxes no so kakra ana on tete so na Ghana for ho hin how because baby edu sisi ano amount for who chiro mo Ghana, and that is the point of the NDC. Now Haruna Idrisu Kasaron okabibi to say Momo tax 1.775 no. It was too much, and that the government through the finance ministry should look at it very well. Now, mo hear so bet me I consider aye bibia for ho omo ka Japan a budget ni mu no omo ka say Japan de sebio ye good dia wo Ghana no ye ntumi ntam good dia ni nkosia wawa sebio nipa ye kosia wawa kra mo ye ni momo yete Ghana a good dia wo Ghana nyina ye gold no afibia no ye nya almost $140 million. Enya bada ye betumi de aboy ho bra na ye tamade akosia wawa ye de koma nipa bia ye nim omo da chi bi no ye deda ye dem omo de excavator baba say ye nyina ye mfiri no omo ntu egudie no ko no ene de omo adwumi ye omo say anka ye nyin frim because egudie de ehia ye NDC for esaka bibi fa 15% increase in DVLA taxes nim eno so omo kan say ano so e den na omo saka bibi fa just say in Sembebre, Eka energy deal now, the budget, a fan going on sem, and also they talked about it saying, finance ministry should do something about it. Omoka, Bibifa, tidal wave, insua efa, and 104, ye pona no, I will say, Jumed Dibu, say, Assochine bar, ye bet to me, Ejina Assochino, send a bear, Omotiti, Ponanino, insuno into me before more enkuma, and I say, entuomasi. And only in Yoma, any in Yoma Biakakanwa, NDC as a political party and a minority in Parliament. Told the finance minister and said, that is our concern. If you can do this or take it back and make sure, you correct these mistakes now, we can move forward. Now, the issue is, NDC for raise the issue when you now before finance minister at the budget, we budgets, Parliament to say, pass it. NDC for Kasaya from the beginning of the budget, but the issue time and finance minister was putting the budget together, why no consultation be on the telecommunication owners and kasa on the Ghana form ye mumboni into that business one kasa sebio budget na basa na 90 bibiano finance minister oni obi ending komo na one tie minority na kofa budget no buy now budget na bedu sa eda efiada etwami Day na ye beto budget ni so aba no na finance minister ba ye say afidi asem na maka na mate enti anka me pese mutie me na anka ba mo beto mo ndwene ho na anka mutu wie na se koye a na makoye hu bibi na mo ka se be ma ya ka asem we a kirew. Say from the beginning you were fixing this budget or putting the budget together. There were very key things that you were not supposed to do. You were supposed to, in fact, reach out to people and hear them out on problems. But mumbuni panti and of course, Alban Bagbin, any NDC for any MPP for parliament ebobo hu no ye kon kan ye no ewo echire no or behind the scenes no ye hu se NPP for no muni nipa eye eduasan kono eduasan son no muni 137 no ena na omo kenkan no so ekodru eye NDC for no omo hu se NDC for no oha any eduasa enson eye 137 now osay chairman sabonso a odi NPP enim parliament no na onim because if fiada anyama obi de secretary Japan ye fa plane e de ko fa no ba e betena ase obi de say Henry Court ye fa plane e de ba betena parliament sankofo we nyina ye debate no parliament nya no mo nka ho de wo budget mu krampo no munim na omo pese fiada na nka omo de adwasafo so free abro chire ba na adwasafo no problem no e intensive kakra into adwasafo ntuma amba enti osay chairman sabonso odi MPP fo enim a omo no omo de budget ne ba ye omo ye majority no in commodity man or say chairman sabon to say budget na oman kase kofa emra bi ba ye say speaker ngina samra no so na ye fa nto aba no na speaker ka say okay ye nyina wa parliament ya mo na makofa mra na free ye mbra book mu ye constitution mu na speaker bag bin say de makofa aba no that is what I want to implement because procedure standing orders near there yakosha mrani mu no so no na e wo say yakomu tintintini ekokirechirem de also of free parliament omo ya ministers omo nya MP also mu pia bontene sa time no finance minister of parliament onya MP into also pie ena omo keka ho ena sa wo pie free parliament a obetuma akosoro akotena soro e ho de no man's land because answer obetena parliament no e say we member of parliament or you minister or you the president the vice the speaker of parliament omo ye adwuma o omo ye parliamentary security omo inside no omo na wo so wo ho intina ase de ketia to so e ho ene ehu NPP for MP ba ko a ono na betri se kwaku anan na adwuni so akakra ne hu fifire why se sebrebe ye ntiasie dian se general mosquito ase de ketia na ote bebia emfa adwumadie no ho no plan now say chairman sabonsu ene sa kokua na ya sa sebrebe ya na betri a MP ne hu fifire se menka abegina ho no e ho na say chairman sabonsu ene ne MPP for PA sa asem esi Friday no ebi esi ye hu NDC for a omo PA free parliament because bibi cause omo ninja ho ye hu NDC for omo PA free parliament because bibi cause omo ninja ho. Now, Sano, that did not stop the proceedings of parliament in our history. Anytime the opposition or the minority walks out of parliament because they do not like maybe a decision that is about to happen, parliamentary proceedings still went on. If the speaker of parliament did not have any option, Mona mokramo de budget naba. Adana montina se en bobo budget no en defend the budget no. Mo pia yesu entumi kofi enkoda because ye bahase be yedwuma. And the speaker nika say NDA ye beto aba no because so we pia enkyere say edwuma di eba parliament say be no yentumi nye. E ho na speaker ka say mo a mo penese budget no me yan gintum because taxes no dos no dia mo nje so na NDC for mo 137 J so. Ene ka say mo so a mo pesa budget ni gina mu no mo nje so ekokura ni ho omo nyina pie omo kohwe national science and maths quiz. Ena speaker de ebo ho say NDA mo na mo ha ya giatum 137 because all guys who say NDC for 137 MPP for 137 and you were one independent of parliament it's MPP and NDC no be anche obia independent in decided where obeko remember say you was speaker of parliament or Alban Bagman or NDC ni and you were two deputy speakers of parliament Joe Wise and it's independent be no parliament or minimum things akwa no omo na mo the deputies into Alban Bagman ni wa obetena sa akondwem no speaker of parliament sa tumidie na wo tumide to about floor no so no sa tumidie na efiri wonsa until the moment akwakotena we be for speaker no speaker untumi nto aba until yedidima na ebedru endedjuada. What happened today? Endedjuada ye be parliament yetete say MPP for say tinchen chirenche eye de si efiada no omobedane no. You didn't say if you had done parliament, or when they were done with whatever they did in parliament, a year Alban Bagbin told Ghanaians he was traveling for medical checkup. Into Alban Bagbin no new ho. Inti ye expect send the deputy and the babetna kunwum. And then pay about parliament. Or say chairman sabonsu ne NDC and the MPP for nyina about parliament. About parliament no about peso. Ya try NDC for amba. Why never be speaker of parliament or say chairman sabonsu? Kai say the moment obabetna esro say we speaker of parliament no sa to me now was obeto about floor no so no everyone sa. Inti so say chairman sabonsu say Joe Wise ekotena sro ho as the speaker of parliament. Independent no kwa joining a year MPP for still 137 because Joe Wise na confirm 137 and independent go count 138. That is when Alban Bagbin is the speaker. Alban Bagbin no and Joe Wise akotena ho into wa forfeit sa sport no and independent na kwasho into 137 compared to the NDC 137. And yet ha Joe Wise say even though no akotena so na oye speaker na ni tumi na ekuta na o say anko using of form of akotena oye speaker oni bi no o say ende de ono an ehemra no ono an etena mra no so ono Joe Wise no obeka ho ato abani bi ama MPP for emoma budget na tum like joke ebi si abakosa muda a speaker of parliament adding himself to members on the floor to become 138 to vote to make sure say the killer budget na Ghana for a NDC for ka say my fan to Ghana for so taxes no and the Joe Wise or no ka say omomo wu se techima no or techima south omo Ann Roberts no and the okan no ho kan ho abra o speaker Alban Bagbin. There was so many chances to do that in parliament but onye da it will do some point to be omo to ababi na ga Alban Bagbin bitima ka say me NDC ni me free her me ko kan mo but he never did it because he respected that position as a speaker of parliament. And so Joe Wise say on there no until say odogo bi duabe no ono abodam che obi a or a speaker of parliament and also a member of parliament and also a MP into ono no or the no akọ mo into speaker plus members of the MPP and they passed the budget and yet the main speaker of parliament Alban Bagbin officially and in the right way has passed a long time. I just say it was rejected. Now, if you're a Ghanaian watching me, Busa say, why are we here today? And the answer is this. Answer ni nyina efi Martin Amidu asema okan or say Nana Addo's arrogance and impunity of power caused budget rejection. Now, where your timer, your rejected budget, no, and asema special prosecutor in the history of Ghana, one of the first special prosecutor in our history, or say, baby, or Kayamadi will say, arrogance and impunity of power caused a rejection on Friday. And the Omabedaneno. Now, I want us to stay with the arrogance and impunity. Now, when you look at this matter critically, now Busa will say, a DNA Bema Joe Wise, who has been in parliament for a very long time, or say Chairman Sabonsu, who has been a minority leader, a majority leader for so many years, sit in parliament and know clearly the standing orders and flout it and then make sure, say, they break the neck of the rules to favor their party to pass a budget that has legitimately been rejected. A DNA Bema Omo Ayesa. Only impunity. And Burika's impunity a sa ahomra so ene sa etimukana e mawoya wadwene se obia enye nipa wonim obia eya aboa dia wo pe na wo ye ummu nipa gina wonim a uhunu so oya aboa adwene eda ne tirim no uhunu se entumi mbeso wadwene so ema bibia enkoso that impunity sa akoma nyonyono na eda utirim na nipa ho nya omobo uhu obia se o chen no obru obia so omfa emra enye djuma. The rule of law no emra no omfa enye djuma no and then your friend impunity. Now why do you think say parliament of all places where legislature yeshishe emra emra shebedwom for esagina sa the same place no ebumra ni kom? What will make people or parliamentarians do something like this? It's out of impunity. It is out of arrogance and disrespect to the constitution and the people of Ghana. Now, say, or say Chairman Sabonsu, any Joe Wise, Ebenya sa power no to do that, then it means say they believe say nipa na omo to me mo ba sa parliament wono ebituma yesade no. Now remember, Friday ena Alban Bagbin tina parliament a monitor proceedings and rejected budget no. President Akufo-Addo, Vice President, there was a lot of confusion in this country between the minority and the majority. This is the situation that we have a president in the republic. All that he could have done was call the majority to Jubilee House, the minority to Jubilee House, and ask them their grievances. That was the only thing the president could have done. As the president of the republic, he was supposed to just extend a hand to the minority, led by Haruna Idrisu, to the Jubilee House and ask them, why are you not meeting my people halfway to pass this budget? Do you have anything that you people want to tell me that maybe in parliament, because of the tension, you people are not agreeing on? Why do you think the president couldn't be the arbitrator, the arbitrator, the person in the middle to bring these parliamentarians together to meet at a point to pass the budget that will help every Ghanaian and then make the left and right feel comfortable and also accept everyone's view? The president was here. He lived through this. We didn't hear a word from the Republic's president, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So from Friday, Saturday, Sunday till Monday, we didn't hear a word from the president. And remember, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government can never do anything abra budget way yem passe. So at this point, even during Trump's time, even Biden's time, when there's a deadlock or there is a shutdown, nasa yentumin pass budget. Leadership in minority, those times when Trump was president, leadership in minority, Nancy Pelosi and Trump invites them and invite his party people. They sit at the table and deliberate. What do you want? The taxes you are asking for people say, Ebia, this is what we can do. This is what we can do. The president becomes the matured boy in the room and deliberate and negotiate and make sure, say, the budget is passed. And it's not majority of the time you saw Trump, Nancy Pelosi coming, having meetings, going out, because the president is the leader and Joe Biden is doing it right now. The infrastructure bill, he had to call the Republicans to the White House, sit and say, what do you want my people to do? Because the budget basically is my budget. But we've had a president who has sat in this country, Otsna Krumha, one kasa, Neva is kasa, but something happened today. They came to parliament and overturned a legitimate ruling by the substantive speaker of parliament. Now remember, Alban Bagbin took that decision because the majority that was supposed to defend their budget and prove a point or prove to the speaker and the minority that they deserve to pass this budget walked away without anybody chasing them. It was their will to walk. It wasn't because somebody was attacking them. It wasn't because they raised an issue. Because what made them even walk was an issue they themselves raised. They raised an issue which they could not deal with and then walked away. So they created a problem and then turned around to say they are the victims. Because one, if the majority led by Oseche Mensabus on Friday had not indulged Ken Ofori-Atta to come into parliament, whilst he knows we are going to vote on the budget, that issue of walkout would never have happened. Yes, it was because the majority led by Oseche Mensabus invited the finance minister to come to parliament. That is where we went to that division. Because if it wasn't for that, they would have come to parliament and started voting. But because the majority wanted to defend their project, but wanted to have a way out, they brought the finance minister. The finance minister came in and it brought out a lot of things. They couldn't stand it because they shot themselves in the foot. And out of disgrace, they decided to walk out. So we need to understand that nobody pushed the NPP majority out on Friday. For them to turn around and say it wasn't in the constitution and that this, and that today our Joe Wise. And the funny thing is, Joe Wise was in a rehearsal meeting with the majority the whole morning. And then Joe Wise comes to the chamber and say, act as if you don't know me. I am going to be the speaker and that I am going to make sure that this passes. What we saw today is pure comedy. What we saw today is cantata. But the most important thing about what we saw today is because we are being led by a president who believes that nobody must or no one should question his presidency. The impunity of power. Impunity of power. And Tumima, a year roads minister Tumika said, even though the budget has not been passed, shut down road tolls. It has cost the nations millions. It's the impunity of power. And Tumima Osei Chairman Sabunsu and Joe Wise Mutumi Jinoka said, the people who were shot at Techiman South, they are armed robbers. It is impunity of power. It is impunity of power. And it's that we are where we are today. Now, people were asking, why didn't the minority enter parliament if they believe they have 137 and the majority, they also have 137? Why didn't they go there? Because if Joe Wise goes up there to become the speaker, it becomes 137, 137. The issue is Joe Wise is the one who is, in fact, handling what we call the proceedings. He can technically ignore the minority when they raise an issue and go on to pass the budget. At that point, you have consented to the budget. You have agreed to the budget with your presence and that you have admitted. All that Joe Wise would say is that you were speaking, these guys were speaking, I didn't hear you, I had to call the majority, and at that point, we had to move forward. So I passed it. So the decision of the minority, the NDC, not to go to parliament, it was a tactical one and a technical one, and it makes sense. Now, what makes it dangerous about this budget they passed today? And they say, the NDC for a point, and their point is, there were some things in the budget where those things addressed. The finance minister cannot just come and stand in parliament and say, the NDC talk about this. I'm using my lips to say, I will work on it. That is not how parliament works. Parliament is a place of records. So now listen. When you listen to the finance minister today in parliament, it sums up everything that they did was illegal. Because as we speak now, the budget we have now, it hasn't changed since it was rejected. Now, these people changed this budget and saying that it was approved on concession. Now, when the concession has not been printed in the book, it is not accepted as a legitimate document to be placed in the docket. So as we speak, Parliament is still considering the legitimate document, which was the one rejected on Friday. Because if even the finance minister comes to Parliament today and vaguely says, I have taken this out, I have taken this out, I have taken this out, and tomorrow he says, when I went to sleep, my wife said I should not do it, what are you going to do? It means you have allowed a guy to pass the budget. He did not make it legit. The budget can only be legit. You cannot pass a budget that you have approved it on concession. What concession? Is it in the docket? If today the budget is put in front of parliamentarians, would they be able to point out what Ken Ofori-Atta has taken out? But when you listen to Ken Ofori-Atta very, very well, you will see that he came to parliament to tell Ghanaians that he has not touched anything in the budget and that whatever Momo or taxes it's in there is still applying. Listen to Ken Ofori-Atta very well. He came to tell Ghanaians the MPP government, they are going to pass this budget and they are not going to officially or legally touch anything. But lip service, I will do this to it, I will do this to it. The budget is not left with Ken Ofori-Atta. It is not his property. It is the property of Ghanaians. That is why at the end of the day, after he puts so much work in it, he brings it to Parliament for Ghanaians, our representatives, to put their signature and say, this, we agree. As far as I speak, the budget that is sitting there, it has not been legally revised. It is still in its old state, and in its old state, it has been rejected. Listen to Ken Ofori-Atta very, very well. You will know that when he came to Parliament today, he did not tell Ghanaians that he is legally changing anything. He's just telling you it's a promise. It's lip service. It's something he says he will do. What if he doesn't do? Because Parliament is a place of records. Listen to Ken Ofori-Atta.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I thank you for this opportunity. I came to the House to present the 2022 Ajinka budget in November 17. There has been spirited debate, Mr. Speaker, since the presentation of that budget. The Ghanaian public at large, the minority side, including organizations such as FBOs, unions, employers, NUCs, GUTA, AGI, CSOs, etc. I therefore came to this House on Friday, November 26th, with a prayer to speak to the extended leadership of both the majority and minority to enable us discuss these issues. Mr. Speaker, I had humbly reminded the House as to how in the last 5 years there has been a consensus in passing the budget so that we move forward in a unified manner. Unfortunately, this very Ghanaian process was resoundingly rejected last Friday. We as a country must continue to move in unity in these very difficult times. We now move forward, and I'd like to assure the minority that in committee I'll look to address their concerns as enumerated in their open letter to the public. Mr. Speaker, there was an issue about acre energy, which we agreed in our statement, Mr. Speaker, that we will correct the language appropriately during committee meetings, and that we commit to do. Mr. Speaker, there was another request which had to do with Ejapa, and we agreed that consultations had not finished. AG is still working on that, and any such issue would also be brought to Parliament. Mr. Speaker, in fact, the estimates do not include any revenue from that transaction. Mr. Speaker, the minority was also worried about the issue of Brikusu and the coastline. We have 540 kilometers of coastline, and from Aflao to Prampram about 149 kilometers. Mr. Speaker, we commit to look at this problem for the coastline in the coming weeks to ensure that we have resources for the design study and ensure that all on the coastline are taken care of on a policy basis. Mr. Speaker, they introduced the issue of benchmarks value in their new submission. Mr. Speaker, we have been very clear that the issue of enhancing manufacturing in Ghana is important, and we are committed, Mr. Speaker, to ensuring that all those traders also become part of the manufacturing enterprise that we want. As you know, already the issue of car assemblies are being done, and half of those 41 items that were included include cars. Mr. Speaker, the big issue in the House is the elephant in the room, which is the e-levy. Mr. Speaker, the e-levy enables us to tackle the three issues of debt sustainability, of infrastructure, and most importantly, of our employment issues. We have 11 million people, youth, and we have in this budget introduced the largest ever youth program of 10 billion Ghana cedis to ensure that the entrepreneurial nation that we seek will be achieved, and the issue of indecency of jobs and dignity of our youth working will be a thing of the past, as we speak a common language to move on. But Mr. Speaker, the issue of living standards is a problem that concerns us more than any other person. And we have therefore considered the issue of the 1.75% e-levy in which, Mr. Speaker, we are in discussions with the telcos to scale back to moderate their impact so that in the end, the impact on the citizenry would be manageable. But we cannot, Mr. Speaker, dissolve our resolve to get the type of resources we need to turn the corner. As you can see in this budget, the concern for the living conditions of our people is evident. We eliminated the toll booths. We increased the level of taxation from 200 to 500,000 so that fewer people would be taxed. We reduced the tax for small-scale miners from 3% to 1.5%. We extended the VAT flat rate, and Mr. Speaker, we introduced a 10 billion program to ensure that our youth have jobs. Mr. Speaker, this is a concerned government, and we intend to continue to go there. But Mr. Speaker, this requires burden sharing and sacrifices from all of us as a nation to cross to the Ghana beyond aid that we all look for. Mr. Speaker, as they say in Tree, a coin in chain at the end.
So basically, in any day, the finance minister came to read to Ghanaians. But when you pick the budget, and whatever in the budget is that we need 10,000 Ghana cedis to govern. Now, all the things he said, nothing, he can't actually, the budget they've passed today, all the things Ken Ofori-Atta said are just mere words, because the budget itself, as it sits today, if it's 10 Ghana cedis in the budget, any revision that, or any alteration, or any changes that happens in the budget is going to move the money around. It's either going to come to 90 Ghana, 150 Ghana, 220 Ghana. So you cannot just use lip service and say concession, approving budget on concession. You don't use concession to approve budget. You need facts to approve budget, because we use facts to govern. We use facts to sign. We use facts to we use facts to govern a nation. Now, when it comes to tell me that the e-levy, I will do something about it, that is not a budget. The budget is, you take the budget, you take it out. If it has been rejected, you take that budget out. You go do the correction, the needed correction that the needed correction that made the people vote against the budget, bring it back. When the people feel that the corrections you've made, which is legitimate, legal in that document, they feel they need to accept it because you have done all that you can do, and that is all that you can do to help generate revenue for us. The minority can consider and say, okay, it was 1.75. Now, when you took it and revised it and you looked at it, because when you are doing your revision of the 1.5, obviously, if you need 10 Ghana cedis as the budget, you wouldn't need 10 Ghana cedis again. You might need something like 10 Ghana cedis, 20 pesos. So the budget in its state right now is actually rejected because the original one has not been revised. You cannot come and you cannot come and pass a budget that has been rejected, that has not been revised. Because what are you passing? Are you passing what made us reject the budget, or you are passing a revised budget? Because as we speak, you have passed a budget that has been rejected. Nothing new has been done to the budget. For the finance minister to even stand in front of Ghanaians and not to make emphatic statements and saying that you do this, you do that, it is not up to you, the finance minister. It is up to Parliament to decide whether this budget is legitimate for them to pass or not. So the best thing for the NPP, the majority, what they were supposed to do was supposed to pick the budget and take it home. Go and do the necessary corrections. The minority raised a few questions. You could have moved things around, bring it back and say, you know what, this is what we can do as a nation. They will look at it and say, let us consider this, because now he has at least taken down some few things that it will make the ordinary Ghanaian no. Now budget na work company ya say saka we condemn no. Car na de kwesi company no na yesi car de condemn no. Ade chin ya work for saka no when change light no. when change brakes no one ye any priming car no way spray for what side the car na saba kokompe e de abase car na yes say e condemn kokompe na old fashion car no and the car no what's a car near brand new car. How does it work? The car can be considered used or brand new when say what admit to say e wo kokompe no e condemn. You take it, go and put light, go and put mirror, go and put seat, respray it, bring it back and tell them, so you know what, this was the condemned car you are talking about, but I have brought it back physically, legitimately or legally. You can see that there's a light there, there is a windshield there, there is a seat there, so look at it and pass it whether it is used or new. But you cannot go and bring that car that is condemned, that we have all come to a conclusion, say this car at Kokompe is condemned. Wako tam car naba on for light and share. Ba obe jina enima osi o. Modia mon maka no mon pass car no say a new car and I say used car because me kwa ko eniye. What shows to say car no the kwa. The oka so kwa no and that is what they did today in Parliament. And in a layman's term no and then no. That is what they did today. And it shows the disrespect. It shows the impunity. And it comes back to the president. The reason why I say it comes back to the president, and I say, this is a man from day one. He has proven, say, he never respects people. He never respects procedure. He never respects rule of law. Why do I say this? This man has been in this country. He never made a statement. It means he was talking to his parliamentarians to go and do the do. Go and do the evil thing. Go there and make sure what the people are saying, you flout the law and make sure that you pass the budget because I'm leaving this country. Ekufuado rules with impunity. And I'm not going to catch no. Say upeso why ankofo yes it is because of the leader. This is the same man. Ubusan said, where is your certificate? He gets angry. Do you remember a Supreme Court judge challenged Ekufuado's certificate as a lawyer? All that he did was he made those lawyers not one law firm. They attacked the Supreme Court judge. They embarrassed him. It is the impunity this guy he was born with. You remember that Supreme Court challenged his certificate as a lawyer? All those people who practice under him, that fake practicing, they went after the man. That man was suffering from stroke. They had to drag the man from home. I'm doing the Supreme Court embarrassing. Why are you challenging Ekufuado's law certificate? If somebody is challenging my law certificate and I have it, why should I have a problem with a person? I just hand you over the certificate or give you links to go and check it for yourself. So why do I have to have an issue? They drag this Supreme Court judge. And remember, the person who sat on that Ekufuado law certificate issue in the Supreme Court is also called Eforiata. He is a family. So what do you think was going to happen? Is the impunity in these people. It is in their blood. This is the same man who, because of impunity, he does not want anybody to challenge him. He did a coup in the MPP and kicked out Afoko. He has hatred towards Paul Afoko because his Gregory Afoko, because his brother Paul Afoko challenged him in an NPP executive meeting. So the hatred he has for Paul Afoko, he has in fact moved that hatred onto Paul Afoko's junior brother Gregory Afoko. That is why till date over 16 witnesses have come. They could not say Gregory Afoko killed the MPP chairman in the northern region, but the president insists they keep Gregory Afoko in jail. It's the impunity. It is in their blood. The president is dangerous. He is somebody who can destroy a generation. The impunity, Martinamidu Kano, and then Okachira say, this man had that energy to call him and tell the finance minister to come to him and tell him to move Ejapa. Is the impunity. He does not care. This same man, free SHS, because of the impunity, his principle is don't challenge me. Remember before election 2016, people were asking him, how are you going to fund the free SHS? He did not answer. He told them, I will do it. Because he knows the moment you challenge him, you expose his ignorance. You expose that he is empty. So he's full of impunity. And at this point, he does not respect anybody. He does not respect the rule of law. He does not respect the constitution. That is why somebody like Osechembe Bafo, Osechembe Sabunsu, and Joe Wise can both come together, sit in parliament, and bend the rules The impunity of the president is giving them that energy. The character of the president has manifested in these people in parliament. They don't care because they know their leader has that in him and that he would defend. Because if Akufo-Addo wanted this budget, taxes, if he wanted a solution to it for Ghanaians to also have a better life without being bombarded with taxes, he could have called, or he would have called both aisles and said, let us discuss this before I leave Ghana. But when they were planning all this, which he is the chief engineer, he knew what they were going to do today. He left today. This is a man, after flying jets around the world without money, women, a man in Kwara at the form, oxygen, nipa nyebi. People are drinking water with cattle. We live in a country where, and the Obanyama, you need to slate so near the Nam form. Hospitals have been halted, ship compounds. Through that, even in the middle of that, he is still renting jet. We have screamed, we have talked, we have used every word, but because of the impunity, he is still using the jet. He does not respect us. He sees Ghanaians as animals. Akufo-Addo does not respect we the people. Is the impunity. This is the same man, election. 9 people died during the elections. Techiman South. He has refused to make a statement about it. It's the impunity. It is that thing that makes him feel that everybody in front of him, including our constitution, is a piece of trash. He does not respect. He does not see anybody. He sees every individual as a fool. He does not need to take anyone's opinion. He does whatever he wants. And Ghanaians, if you think this is a joke, this same impunity can make this man kill more to win power. Because the impunity made him kill in Techiman South. He has refused to speak about it. And remember, this guy was cooked for us. From the day this guy read his acceptance speech and plagiarized about 7 presidents, that is when Ghanaians should have known that Akufo-Addo is fake. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in opposition, over 20 to 30 years in opposition, wanting to be president, could not put a speech together. He's empty. He's ignorant. He is not what you people think he is. He was made. The media built a wall around him for him to come and suck us dry. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo is not as intelligent as you people think. If he was intelligent, he was what we thought he is today or was, he wouldn't have stayed in opposition from infancy wanting to be president, and at the day that you are being sworn in, you plagiarize people's speech. It means that from the day he got into our politics, active politics, there were some people who protected this guy. This guy is empty. This guy does not respect the rule of law. This guy does not respect Ghanaians. That is why today his character is manifesting in parliament. That is why today you see the glaring disobedience by politicians, by MPs we voted for in parliament. They sit on national television, feel no remorse, and break the neck of the law because the president, their father, adores or condones or has endorsed their act. And that is what we have been preaching against every single day. Because this president is not a president of this government. These group of people cannot help Ghanaians. On to Mimwa Ghana, because the impunity which he uses to govern can never allow him to be the president of the people. As I speak to you, when was the last time you set your eye on the president in this country talking about issues that will change the lives of Ghanaians? No. He has been traveling. He has been galloping because he does not even see you people as the people who gave him that power. We are in a crisis. Our economics, our finances, everything is in disarray. But the president has refused to even speak on it. Why? The impunity, the disrespect. He does not see you. You didn't make him president. He fought through. He was built. He was created by these same people. That is why today he does not respect any individual. All that we are seeing in our elections, in our courts, and now in parliament is the clear character of the president. The president has endorsed this crisis. The president today endorsed this constitutional crisis. And today, I'm telling you as a Ghanaian, irrespective of your political affiliation, where we are today, if we don't take action, if we don't start speaking, the clergy, people who have who are speaking every day, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Today, everybody is quiet. I keep saying this. I keep saying this. One day, we will not be able to defend our own democracy because we sat down for evil, for men who rule with impunity. People who don't just respect the democracy. One day, they will use that same power we are giving them through our silence to destroy us. I am just a simple Ghanaian. I am just a simple messenger. Sit back, analyze Akufo-Addo's character, and that is what you will see in Parliament. That is what you will see in every individual he has given position to. The way they talk, the way they disrespect, the way they insult, the way they see you people as animals, because the president's character is manifesting in every part of his governance. It's very important as Ghanaians, we come to that realization that the president is a president we cannot live with. He's a man we have to start speaking truth to. I am a messenger, and I keep telling you, you are also a messenger without a Bible or a Quran. We are all messengers who are ready to speak truth to power. All I can do here is to show you the light. We need to collectively come together and save our democracy. The impunity in the system is too much. Akufo-Addo munipa, Akufo-Addo ne busuafo omo hu yese ye moa. Eno na efifi na ewura parliament no. And the parliamentarians etumi ko parliament ebumra so ehhehye mra omankasa pe. The mother Ghana we knew today has been murdered. And if we have murdered our own country, we will never have sleep. My name is Kevin Taylor. After this short break, I'll pick phone calls. Hello, caller. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kevin, so bunshini.
So bunshi kasa.
Opa ne wonchirechira oma o chirechire empa nyamishira opa oma unimdie. Ya de nyamia se minority o manko. Na me makuma swade nyina no se o monko na o mantime amfa nkwati kwan bi. But MPP fo hwe ni. Majority Speaker of Parliament deputy no ne de omoye no. Debi mbra ana tumi sisa ebetimi de omagina court but the omoye bi enkwesi hwe.
Guys, thank you very much. Hello. Sago, the young queen.
Kevin, as we don't have country again. Yes, who are Parliament, Kevin, media, me, I would say they media for the Bitaka more than part. No, there was station be a calling them intellectual. Assemble. NDC Assembly, no more can Senate. Say a government no was or Bibia, no more politician. But you want Mr. We will count on my way. Instead of a net, the SCA, almost can Senate, no more politicians. Calling themselves intellectual. Almost to me, Gina Hop, a vote, and catch politicians, Yamuyan and yet. NDC Jeba, no more can Senate. God, all one day, say, power needs India. And I almost say, they will be can't here. You know more.
Thank you, Saku. Thank you, Saku. Thank you. All right. Hello? Boss, I'm gonna quick. Yeah, Raman, go ahead.
Kevin. The person is busy assembly say. I said the chill magic, Kevin. Kevin, Fred and Ekotna ho, Emma. Sa fraud budget na omode to ho minority from dogu yana speaker editu munu and na ten kwati say mp before akwa jatum say ebe ya adwuma mintin no mabiase na say speaker de na okan ya no ombe bogua na asesen omo mu na Kevin yete yesre se emre ho na dikan bo asema tragu na embe ya da class say ye jatuma majority for mu jatuma Ghana kwa na say bae omo mu na Kevin ntumi sre mranin fo mu mra omo class na mu kasa tmoye and this first share na mu class samra we omo titu na do pagisa fraud boy and the man for am mu hu am anu and the do am hu ya papa.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Go ahead, boss.
Yeah, my friend, Western Takade.
Okay.
Akufado ombu Ghana fo ombu yan kata. Wa fan ti say proku no hwe yeso. Ntoka atoni ni de mitako. Shade a no my parliament house for. O se minister. Give me pa no person to Ghana fo. Masa. Ghana ye bro. Ye branka sankata. She minister ba o nurse ni. Wo should tell I want the who year on trio once the what ma say? On once the man. Me ye Ghana ha de bia na MPP ha again. De bia MPP asamba asofu be kasa no hu say e wo omo kasa da. Asofu na o ma komana tum obi anka se. Ba MPP susanka e bo hu say amanfo kasa tia mahama. Let
me show. Thank you very much. All right. Hello. Hello. All right. I'm going to submit for another caller. I think this caller is struggling. Yeah. So everything was going fine, and I'm a it is not me who do it. My bro from the last one I can't know. It is not me who do it. Oh, everything was going fine, and this happened. So please, it is not me who do it. Bro, from no. I'm going to submit for another caller. Okay, we will go through that. Hello. Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
good
Patrick
evening, Kevin. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good evening. I have a simple question, and which is on Friday now, majority they claim say they were majority. Why do they walk out? And then again, is it the speaker that asked them to walk out, or they do so at their own prerogative?
They walked out. We were all watching. They walked out. They wanted a rule to be applied. And then the speaker said, let us apply the rule. And that rule was the division rule, whereby we have to make sure that if you are a minister and not an MP, walk out. And then the finance minister and those ministers who are not MPs were supposed to walk out. And then one bull MP, that greenhorn MP, started screaming with his sweat all over his pants and all that, and say that Asiedin Ketia is in the gallery up there, not in the chamber, in the gallery up there, not where the proceedings are happening, and that Asiedin Ketia should walk out of Parliament. Why? It didn't really. And then because of that, because Asiedin Ketia could also be any ordinary person sitting up there watching proceedings. So why should he walk out? Because when we are screaming, Asiedin Ketia is up there and saying no, that his scream cannot change anything. But it looked like they had their own plans because they didn't have the numbers. Adwa Safo was still in the US. They had 136. They didn't have 137. So they needed a way to walk out. And they decided, they made that decision and they followed that ignorant MP. A whole of Seche Mensa Bonsu sheepishly followed that idiot, and they all walked out. And proceedings still has to go on. And the speaker stuck with the proceedings, stuck with the standing orders, and make sure the right thing has been done. Today, you come in and say the speaker was wrong. It's mind-boggling. It's impunity. It's a disrespect.
So why would they accuse the speaker?
Boss, let's see what happens. Thank you very much. All right. So it doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Hello,
like they're kids. Hello, caller.
Brad Kevin, good evening.
Good evening, boss.
NDC you see we no na omo blame NDC for so omo nya abutre who blame bia ko blame president na kasa so dia say so blame bia na blame president na kasa because no na bibia kita no wow the masem no.
All right. And Obi Kano, today they were telling their people, say they should the finance minister and those ministers who are not MPs to move to the gallery. But so you knew said that there's a gallery there that somebody can go and sit. You see the double standards from these people. And I'll do a piece on Oseche Mensah-Bonsu. Oseche Mensah-Bonsu, warastio. He is done in politics. Only new ideas Ibiama NPP. What he did today was to save his own ass. Matis yeso de yire eba be swame for so onwe janena gumuso for almost the end years. O man yire so be twa de to gumuso. Onim se munnim nyansa. Onim se MPP no dodo no ye jimi. Because ono no ogina parliament no Seche Mensah-Bonsu. Aye ono ne benefit na hia no. Enya mo am wo swame. Ana MPP for. Because onim se dodo na MPP for dodo no ye jimi. And we will buy this. But the if you say onye majority leader for life, somebody is going to come fill his position, and this is going to go against if the party is even going to come to power again after leaving power. I don't see this NPP party coming to power for 24 years. I'm telling you, for 24 years, they need to go back, recalibrate, and come back in 24 years. Hello, caller.
Hello, Mr. Kevin.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, please, my name is Hamid from Bulsanov. Upper East. My problem is from what the majority did is bogus, and the second one is from former finance minister, the one who is going to stand for the community for.
Yeah,
I will send some core documents for you, and then you will see. We work with him at his media station, EIB network. 12 months they are not paying us. And then we resign. After now, they need to pay us the money. So this kind of person, how can this kind of person come and be say that's going to be a leader in nation? You couldn't even help to see how your company is going to go. I can even send the court letter. I have a court letter. We even serve, and then the court write to them. They should pay the money. After now, they did not pay the money. They were owing me a lot of money. They deduct all a lot of money. We accept later on. They have to come and say that all the letter, the court letter, the lawyers, their names is there, their contact is there. You can maybe call them and then verify what is going on, and then they will tell you.
All right, thank you, boss.
So this kind of person, how can this kind of person rule?
All right, thank you for your opinion. That's him. He has a personal issue with Comrade Dufour and the way he runs his company. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Go ahead.
Mr. Kelvin.
Yeah.
Yeah, may God bless you. Mr. Kevin, Mr. Kevin, me paucho. Who did my part? Emma Ghana, any assentiment. But me ye appeal kakra. Did you coupon the extra? Anka ebeya say Ghana no. Me make a separate butchery. They were America. But say no, the ebe Ghana in concentrate our youth also. And now we show no a quickly and Kebeya Mr. Ovidia Kupundi Estero and Kebeya like almost 60 to 70% of your program no and any local like your local language no. And yeah, yema menum any ye papa num any ye nuanum a sabi omuntimi entro entimi enkenkan no asama o kan ebe komutimi ye because say Ghana no your problem na any ignorance no inti se mrofo no ebe osu bebre ya like bra obre no yenya like impact no enye kese ti say ye kan local language no dudu na na se bebre no ye kan ranka beboa pa emi de ses ene mabau program so nti de bia me try but me sanka okay be ya me appeal no me throw
but I see me try why All right. Okay. It's not easy, guys. It's not that easy like that. You see, I know I get these kinds of. It's not easy, boss. It's, and I always get happy when I see other people also talking on these kind of topics or other platforms. I get happy because, to be very honest with you, I can't do everything, and. Obuoha, also baby, or another platformer, he might have different opinions and different ideas about maybe they make better ideas near the day. It's tough. It's a lot of work goes into this. A lot goes into this. I do my best to please everyone. There's a specific group as well. They also you see where the problem is. Your group people so so you need to be able to try and bring everybody along, and it is not easy. It is not easy. You get what I mean? It is not that easy. There are people here watching me. Met my 5 minutes. They are lost. They don't even know what you are talking about. So you need to mix it here. Sometimes to some of the topics you are treating, so difficult to get a few words for them. And I'm doing my very best here, boss. Trust me. If I can speak 3 languages, and a day, may 3 languages in a day. But I'll take your advice. I'll do my best to make sure say. Local language in majority in the we will do our best to make sure we send a message across. It's not that easy. Hello, caller.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Kevin. Yeah. My name is Joshua.
Yeah.
And Freshie, New Jersey. In fact, whenever I listen to you, the way I want to Ghana. Sometimes, you have a family. You have life to, you can do anything you want with your own life. But who don't want to work? So we be in fighting so few.
That's it.
Now, on my now, of course, I did, of course, for Ghana this year. In fact, I could do the American so you read. Initially, count the American so you read. Now, of course, we are no deep on this, none of the people or Mundi Bonixa, that will Ghana bet for Munyanza.
I'm sure. Thank you very much. Hello. Remember, Ochina on Loud Silence TV, a year 12 midday. Pierrot will be interviewing the NDC Ashanti Regional Chairman. Yes, Ochina on Loud Silence TV, I need to make this announcement before I forget. Ochina on Loud Silence TV, Pierrot 1 will be interviewing the Ashanti Regional NDC Ashanti Regional Chairman, Nana Kwesi. Yes, Nana Kwesi. Into Ochina make a date. Ghana area 12. Our Loud Silence TV 12 to 2. You can watch that interview. A very, very, very important. They say Ubetie, the Ashanti Ashanti Regional Chairman, NDC Ashanti Regional Chairman, Nana Kwesi on Loud Silence TV. Pierrot 1 will be interviewing him. It's going to be a very thorough one. In fact, I'll be watching. Questions in our pile, or send an acquisition. So are you very, very ready? Because we don't mince words. So Pierrot is going to come in hard. Are you ready? We'll be asking him everything about their elections coming up, their party, how prepared are they, the fracas in the NPP, in the NDC, in the Ashanti region. Why at this point, the NDC are not making some inroads. Fine, they did well in 2020, but Nana Kwesi, if he wants to maintain his seat, this is how he needs to let the people know. Into Ochinano, watch Loud Silence TV 12 area after a year morning show. Go Radio Gold. Pierrot 1 will be interviewing Nana Kwesi, the NDC Ashanti Regional Chairman, and so at the NDC plans coming up on elections, and the way forward, and how almost they are thinking of grabbing 2024 seats, from the Ashanti region. The NDC are planning to pick or take or win election 2024 from the Ashanti region. And if it is going to be possible, it will be possible only through their chairman who will work with his base. And when I say his base, it's executives and also the grassroots. Ochina, we will listen to him on Loud Silence TV, 12 midday area on it. Pierrot will be hosting. Remember, Andra, Pierrot hosted the Asen North MP or Parliament when in office. We all saw it. Tomorrow, I know it's going to be an interesting conversation. So make a date on Loud Silence TV. Ochina, NDC Ashanti Regional Chairman, no, Piero One will be interviewing him on TV. Hello, caller. Hello. And also after this show, no, if you're watching Loud Silence TV, Saforo will be taken over from me. The wrap up on the Sunday show will come right after my show. So if you're watching Loud Silence TV, don't leave the channel. Don't change the channel. Just stay on Loud Silence TV. Miwe and Saforo will be coming your way with the wrap up. I'm trying to find Saforo's poster for the day. I've not seen anything yet, but I know he's listening to me. He will let me know the topic he'll be treating right after me. Right after me, Saforo into or Loud Silence TV. Just keep the channel on. Hello, caller. Hello? Yes, Mpacho Kasa.
Hello?
Yeah, Mpacho Kasa.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Go ahead.
Boko dear.
Yes, we are Boko.
Yes, sir. Mpacho, nyame ado Boko. Mekasa free Kumase, mwabiaja not.
Okay.
Yeah, binti, mpese mebumidi. Na, my no, akufuado no, meshiwa Ghana president. They say parliamentarians ede Russia almost bumrano so parliament. Almost in a shemrano. And he said, don't be sorry, no, almost so the Russia almost some cocoa and so one best master Jacob post uncle for another say. Kevin, ye bro Gano. Ye bre.
Now, sir, boss, ye near Satumano. Ye near was Santiman is at tomorrow. Yes, signal as Santiman.
70% of us actually 70%. Ghanaians 70%. I say, me who said the Messiah custom? Kevin, me has more be not. Benito, I cannot watch him more parliamentary. I want me MP Papa be a man in person. And foot through pa a queen and Yasam Kato Kevin. And you know, the man I owe an idea, the modern year, Hosana Nemo, the OB Eka, the Washington Obeki.
Let me show boss. All right, thank you for the call. All right. Hello. Hello. Good evening. Hello. All right. Let's go ahead. Hello.
Hello, Kelvin. Good evening.
Good evening. Go ahead, boss.
Oh, Namishra, oh boy. Namishra pa any loss. Calvin, your friend must have a chat in Cassette Big Farm. Calvin, share when I seeing the Moyana in maybe a high. Calvin share, okay, and bright, your registration or Ghana. The Padubua, and before you cool more. A certain village, your friend is a Banda, cried ye. Yet the soldier for see a crooning enough among Musomi before to move through one man to a bench. Yet our registration, year, election, you couldn't pass. I also was the same thing. Now, say director of operation, our flatter house, America said they are not going to hand over to whom are they going to hand over to. If you push the chronology of events, many Americans or my anymore. NDC as a political party, you might have women who say, "You be that you find the MPs in the parliament." Yeah, more. They hit the MPs in his own better country. They say, "I have any preference." But I'm afraid you are being true. In what idea I go for public. But why I did this? I will come bank to cover for 4 in a hotel. When you free bank, I know what the motor agency. If you say, "Oh, my name is," I go for your plan of a soil. Only judiciary in a cabo. And assembly and young man saying you and one more year. NDC, let's represent for the Omon. That's young woman 2024. And people for be fully packed them one. Without say,
boss, without say, I mean, sure. Thank you. Saforo tonight, right after my show, the topic, the wrap up here. Ghanaians are grateful to the NDC MPs in Parliament. And you need to listen to Saforo. I think he has some interviews via he has set it up. Me sure say Enyumbre is going to have an interesting show. Saforo too will be talking about the NDC MPs in Parliament and what they have done for Ghanaians. Any more approach to what actually happened. Hello, caller.
Hello, Kevin.
Me pacho, go ahead.
As you can go ni, which share with you what you for you na. Nyame shira. Minia. President Akufo-Addo, President Akufo-Addo. Boni pa pe na Ghana for dia yewa. Udi e fasa boni wi nda mra. Usi we a lawyer. Musi mu de mu lawyers nde mu fa mra nya adwuma. But the one say President Akufo-Addo mbu Ghana for. Ena omo MPP for no so embu say Bagbe eye speaker. Hwe de ko nyina ne say nkrofo we no omo fi say de Bagbe ye bia no wonye speaker enam trapa ofirim. Intimide de me hu ye ne say Akufo-Addo die mpa na wugina wiase be bia watifia dui a wudi eboni ewudie sei a wo ma kom di amanfo adwuma umfa mranya adwuma wudi tumi ahye wonsem na woye de wopɛ me de nyankopo asese mahama na wonya sta mahama na woka Ghana fo nyina bom wonya yimu Akufo-Addo woye yimu woye tribal president woye nipa wotimodin woye nipa wumbu nipa woye nipa wonsuro nyankopon woye nipa wonni abadaye MPP for muni abadaye MPP for timodin ti hwekwanya musi gu amonfo adwuma pa kosindum hwekwanya musi gu na adwuma obi ti se boabe ana hwan man no muma ni yakokora force hwe contractors muma omu kadem President Akufo-Addo nyentechi kai stress say uni vice wo muma 5 million we 3 million mu beton Ghana eye no kura sika ne bre ni yimfa na mudiko nti mu wa sika no mudi bakwa na.
Thank you.
Usie bebrebe ya mwaji nyina himfa na mudi faye mudi fahe ye na yenya mpuntuo ye na yenya ahoto ye na utimidi tumi ekunkun amamamfo techiman ye tutuo kuntimamfo te say ya nya mponche ye tuo mutuo banda ye wa kwalaki tuo sikan ewie kete registration ndehwe kwanya unfa tumi unfa mranya adwuma nti se sia lawyer bi be gina wo se o president amamfo beto abama no
dabi me da say mama answer no dabi amamfo ntuma no hello Auntie Monica.
Hello Tabiaba.
How are you, Auntie Monica? What then?
Damina domboko mbona ejuma nyami so papa
Auntie Monica yeah mam yeah watch mam
meya mododo
Mati
meya watching on your hot pepper madam
Mati Auntie Monica
Mr. Kobino Dupois there. Or you bring you even a what nano company pontu manage Ghana for no but manager. Huh? What funny then Chinese no. What's kind of contract and when your witness there will no be we want
Monica we go.
I said that one in an Akufo-Addo one certificate in we
I knew.
Aha, Ghana mbeti afuna wo boti na Akufo-Addo. Punishment na Akufo-Addo drama wana. Odu baby enwa oya me yo na nsenya ma ayela nku because mo dwene Ghana. Mbeti afuna wa the innocent ones no, but the bad ones the mo dwene wo. And the president Mahama so them a nursing training no okada on mo wan allowance. I was supporting it. But Ghana for no alfole cheap this thing. Keep a one pedo what fees now. The fees ya who lose who gain. This I want to way lose what in the fear when you may be behind it. Hospital system and Akufo-Addo to own way. Then Akufo-Addo no on your careful. I mean Jin did over to us every time. 1 million for Egypt 1 year a referendum. Ghana to 1 year referendum winning an Akufo-Addo because Ghana for the world papa. Kevin, come here na ati na kone da aku yeta wait adetina adi.
I'm sure.
Thank you.
Papa. Na adwasafo na me hu no parliament no onsa adwasafo ana Jack, I don't know. I type you ana me boa on the ground Mr. P. Mr. S, pull the video of adwasafo out for me. Why? Adwasafo na me hu no. I fake adwasafo ana imposter. Me ese nya adwasafo. And let's get serious here. Mr. S, pull that video out. Pull that video. Obana no so Ajwa. It looks like it's not Ajwa. Media, I think that's because I was looking. She never had a conversation with anybody. Or no bien din komo, or no bien sre, or no bien kasa, or better or no quantity was I say. Ajwa Safono, something was sketchy about that Ajwa Safono and about Parliament, you know. Mr. S, get me that video. Hello, caller. Caller Kasa, but there's something we need to do. Very, very important. I say obi the Ajwa Safo Azabi Abeda die. Fake Ajwa Safo. We need to go to the bottom. Go ahead, caller. Kasa.
Yo, good evening, okay, Mr. Kevin.
Yes.
Because I feel your friend Haji Amina. Mr. Kevin. To me, on Mampani Akufo do penti. And no dia ho brasiye. And nanti house to house, door to door. Ghana for it is a ya mobodo. A can send the bree. A man to Ghana for trim. Sana 2 million no pekeke. Sa we near bad diasa. And no Mampani Akufo do Magana phone says si from me mom de nsensi for no waro shemu. I was your mama must your mama beba. Or beba better my Ghana. Now we say your mama and Jimmy and son of swimming, you know. Papa Eddie, you must say Ghana Fana, Mr. Kevin, Mr. Mitin Papa Chaya, Mani Drum Coco, and no more Mompany, John Dramani Mama, a yan and Coco ha. No more Pania Cooper, the really a bat ha. No one to mean can a nimber one, a yara war, and national Mompany Cooper, the air of my Ghana. A yet 3 more deep pan of Mompany Cooper, or the air Ghana. When near Mamma, who any dear Bako. Me na no pekeke ni o hwehwe ne sakas bedinati ni afro no mampani akufado eno nkoa no pe enne hwe Ghana so yesu nyina papa emfa no ho se ye be dien emfa ho enti wo pani etimi tena wiase yesa ni woti bia duri sani wu ye eye ye ka MPP first breaking the eight we any the breaking eight and get breaking eight am come mampani da Dramani mama enya se Ghana ye de Ghana senensa ni nkwa na nyina anka Ghana be prabewe so when you the Ghana show Mampani Akufo sa ne nkwa na nyina ne etimwa ne eti wonti menya hwe mo my Ghana enti Ghana for ya so ansa ya hu be dia Mampani Akufo de Ghana nanam na yen bompa se enti na ye de ye ne mu enkom beto ye ne enti sa ya dwe ne ento aba mo Mampani da Dramani mama wonti timi di mfie nyensa eyem pontunduma wete Ghana fa na nyina Kevin Medase.
I think we need to do something. So I'm waiting for a video, but say if this lady is Ajwa Safo, Obawe ni Ajwa Safo no, there's something wrong. I think say we need to look into this woman who represented Ajwa Safo. There's something wrong somewhere, and Mr. S, get us the videos, the close-up shots. Let us get to the bottom of this. If there's something wrong, I think Ajwa Safo issue, you know, because I was monitoring this lady. This lady didn't say a word to anybody. It could be Ajwa Safo, but she didn't feel comfortable at all. Time and all Parliament, the whole time the lady she had bowed her head down. She didn't look into people's faces. She didn't. She said, okay. Obviously, it's her. Some people too are doubting if it's Ajwa Safo because it's Mr. S. Get me the video. Now I think the video we can do a lot of work on the video because there are a lot of because I really paid attention. I really wanted to see say Ajwa Safo nankasa and Etono. I'm trying my best. A lot of investigations will be done. Say there are cameras or a year Parliament or any other day. Somebody needs to pull something out. Okay, thank you, Mr. S. Get me the video quickly. I have one here. It's buffering. I just want to get the right video now, Yamanko Fohu, because it is looking like I saw Obi fake Abe representing Ajwa Safo in Parliament. On the ground. The ebesu okrom hapa ho. Se ni penya abotra what will happen in this country? I'm trying to get this video to run quickly so that I can show to you guys. It's looking like the file is a little big, but Mr. S, if you can cut it very short, you can cut it very short. I think it will be easy to drop it here. You drop it in the email and drop it on my phone, and then on the other side so that I can actually pull it up. Because it's looking like it's not addressable. The woman never spoke to anybody. One Parliament floor. She didn't speak to anybody. And it's so funny that after I move to and fast or time the bag in a fum, she just said hello to one or two people and fum. Somebody told me I just have to go to Ghana on Sunday. But we will try and get all the security cameras footages, and get to the bottom of this and say, if it is her. I'm not saying it's not her, but let us get to the bottom of it. Because since my waiting us, when you know mask that, no Bianca, she just sat there, and there was a man in between her and Kennedy Japan. And it's so shocking that the man always turned his back to this addressable lady, and only Obiso Kaso Kennedy side. But the man never spoke to this lady. The man never spoke to her, and it was shocking. I was watching the whole time. I was addressable way. She doesn't look herself. And I said, there's something. She hardly left. Like Kennedy, sorry, I don't know, so sorry, I don't find the back. And she just, I was like, okay, what if there's another voting or something? Parliament is sorry. So on the ground, I've gotten one. One is in. We will get to the bottom of this. We will get the CCTV videos. We will make sure, say, if it is her, we will get to know, say, or no, and I say, Obiaba, I think every Jimmy, and Ebia or no, Ebia, who not cheninti, and Ebia, Yehuna Chenitin Ebia, Yajin Senor Nwano. But it is also important for us to also double check, say, because it's the address of minimna, Oba, and go for Dinkomo, because we're free parliament to crash it. You get to say hello to a few people. I just have to wait to what them or movie nitisi table so or no biankasa. Sebi I just have or more than or nipa or huni nonku nipa or no bedin komo or MP. We need to get to the bottom of this. Yes, her body language was I think there's something on the ground. The one you sent me, the video you sent me, I am getting it, but it is not so clear. Let me see. Say, if I show it here, we'll be able to. Some people might be able to. Maybe I'm showing it on my phone. Maybe showing on my phone. I don't really see it well. But get me another one on the ground. This one didn't really show her that much. This came from on the ground. From the other side.
As though you are the speaker of the House. So, Mr. Speaker, you are fortified to consider this application. Mr. Speaker, second, it is right that the constitutional provision relied on by the applicant clearly gives us the number required to be present.
No, so Munshe on the afenyo marking sechino. Let's watch it. On the ground is trying to get me a full video of her time I know free parliament ni panankasa. So obara no ti afenyo marking sechino. Ono no so oya adwasa fo no. It's quite weird. So mummy here, but I know a better video is going to come from Mr. S. I'm waiting, Mr. S. I'm waiting. Yenye way quickly, then we can move forward quickly. Into mummy we more money adjust for you and mummy clearly. Yeah. I think say a new video will come and then we will see her very well.
Walk out. Now they say they respect the Constitution and they say they respect the standing orders of Parliament. Today, I'm particular
as though you are the Speaker of the House. So, Mr. Speaker, you are fortified to consider this application. Mr. Speaker, second, it is right.
Yeah, when I would say, too many files have been opened on my system. There are too many files. I'm confused. I'm trying to play. I think I'm playing too many videos. where is this? Where is this playing from? Okay. How do you know? Oh, I know Casano.
As though you are the Speaker of the House. So, Mr. Speaker, you are fortified to consider this application. Mr. Speaker, second, it is right that the constitutional provision relied on by the applicant clearly gives us the number required to be present in this chamber for the purposes of taking decision in Parliament. And Mr. Speaker, 1/2 of Parliament will be 138.
Okay, so we have a picture here. Let's see. We have a picture here. A picture just came in, a close-up picture. Yeah, say Adwoa Safo Onia. So they say this is Adwoa Safo as we speak. Say Adwoa Safo Nie. This is the woman who was in Parliament. Say she is the Adwoa Safo. So we need to know if this is Adwoa Safo. I'm just doing my job here. Maybe Adwoa Safo is in Parliament, and then Oba Sunday she's in Ghana. You are asking questions. Videos too will come right now. Now you share closer videos to see. So this is the picture in Parliament tonight, this afternoon. This was the picture we saw. This they say is Adwoa Safo. Not Parliament, and we are trying to get footages from Parliament, security cameras footages. They share more close-up pictures, more of Adwoa Safo. So she is the woman who came to vote today, and then so this was the woman in Parliament today. Not Ote Afenyoma Kinsechia, almost on any Adwoa Safo no. So I'm showing you. Now, you're going to Adwoa Safo old pictures. Now, you're say, Saforo, I will make you take over very soon. But I'm trying to see, say, able to me, Bibi Waha, quick. Na me Muama Saforo, na Saforo. Okay, so, my mention something close. Yes, so this one is close enough to Adwoa Safo. We can look at it from her forehead side. We can also look at it from this is also another picture of Adwoa Safo Ankasa. This is Adwoa Safo too. So we can compare the two. They look alike. So this is on the one on the left is the one now. Oba Parliament and the ebe vote, you know, and this the one on my right, you know. So if you're watching me, honestly, Adwoa Safo. So we want to know, say, if it is her, and I say an imposter was brought in to come and vote as Adwoa Safo. It is very, very important. On the ground, get me the video of her walking out of Parliament. I think there are videos of her walking into Parliament. Adwoa Safo herself, you know. We will be able to get to know from the bottom the two, you know. The correct one. I said the correct one. Hello, caller. I'm sorry for keeping you on the line. Hello, caller.
Hello, me papa Kevin Taylor.
Oh, Fala, Bibi Aboko.
How do friend? Oh, Bibi Aboko Ghana. Me papa Kevin Taylor. O manuwa she.
Yeah.
Kanu ashe. Mira asa Ghana. Bibi Aboko Ghana. Man, agency mu say ni manu Bibi ayeko. Kevin mamimbo wa abasio ponchro enchro wa abusio ponchro u family mina ko ne okase entu o Kevin Taylor o my Ghana yetimu yi o manu Bibi yetimu na me ba be ku ba kire wi de law enya aduma o Ghana because the president what here so when he said in there minu ekase ba munyani na na dudan kwa akufado na ka che se Ghana for yen so omo hwe na omo ye to abama omo a omo die tax omo bobusia na minu Kevin Taylor ya to abama na na dudan kwa akufado Dr. Mahmoud Babia omo nyanduru Babia ma bobusia less than 300 billion sika ma deliver nyina eko 200 billion ma sika wura mu se eko be 500 billion muntimi che ya leba kukura amaye na mu the budget bi abre se mobile money tax na mu the banking tax communication tax income tax akasakase killer budget we 419 budget be a wood budget we na se parliament akobo agua na majority for atunchen omo mira any Ghana 1992 constitution mu aba pass budget no say budget we papa ma Joe Wusunu awon no speaker no awon nimra won no hwe ka che say wonu shu atu abonu be abu ama o manya 138 we enye 419 we enye bono ma bon we part we part amutuni Ghana pon kani Muhammad Chiso wo bushia nyina 54 billion minya upa kuma sa be wonu afar hospital obe kuma hospital kuma central market upa bunuma mu ami kaka obe wonu 14 nursing 10 40 e-block obe wonu 5 polyclinic obe wonu Joma central market upa woncha obe wonu Islamic training college obe wonu court obe wonu Jubilee Park wonchi wo na wona ya launch MPP uko kra obe wonu circle interchange pokwasi obiche bilante rich hospital 617 bed medical hospital obe wonu Bank of Ghana hospital enu atu central region obe wonu feed processing plant yasi obe wonu commander sugar factory obe wonu Kashua interchange obe wonu copper market uko western region obe wonu tax factory obe wonu kokoro so ayaye obe wonu takradi hospital say de ayen kama mini obe wonu 5 polyclinics our takradi mini ube no the region ube wonu international airport ube wonu central market in hotel ube wonu gupe cement factory gupe hospital Kagwale hospital Selga hospital mini upa wa ube wonu Wari hospital ele imam secondary school ube wonu water project ube wonu wala for Easter ube wonu central market ube wonu regional hospital we only fast warehouses yes no apa east MPP frontier bia uko ho uko university campus uko airport uko east region akufado ukebi water project yena di manu university yedi money am 5 polyclinic omuso mumbe cheye bia sikadie posta hu che no mu ko intimidate minimum say by the grace of the Almighty Allah miranu a parliament no minority phone speaker ayedi atonu enu na be di supremacy budget no ya poto gude ebo gu Friday no enu na ye mra enu na Ghana so ye be di so enu na ye nkopon kwase atu o say enu na ye mra because enu na Ghana for ye pe anya wo die budget one night budget kunche budget we budget ashinimu tita huta omuti budget ya ebe boy 24 bar ebe boy team of 4 ebe boy youth ebe boy adobo for ebe boy business edi bar ye NDC funny Ghana for ye budget to by budget charge huta edi o ye lebe Ghana de ye be
thank you Medasi Fala media menka say this is what is coming out. Said the lady, her body language in parliament. I didn't really like it. The woman wasn't speaking to anybody. She wasn't having any conversation with anybody. That part. That part, I just don't get it. I just don't like the way she left. I think she's the first MP to leave parliament. I think her job was just to come in and say yeah and then move. Norman County head on the Obitua or Adjasafo. It's very, very important. Say more Munima Adjasafo, I'm just putting this out there. Tomorrow we will continue this conversation. Adjasafo. But to me, so Busamia, I think that's not her. On my forehead, Adjasafo has a very backward hairline. Say a wig crown or sha. Let's say Adjasafo Esha wig. And a wig in a crampono say ebi the line the hairline na be nim crampona. Still you could see say the make of the skull no ewo the niechi has no it's quite bulky. The Obana Adjasafo is more flatter. This one I'm saying say there's a lot of difference in here, and at the end of the day they did a very good job. So I'm going to pay Obi Mane be represent Adjasafo. But Osa sorry and I say Okono, this woman looks brighter. Now, and I was telling myself, Adjasafo is looking too fair. Like Adjasafo is fair. But I said Obawe, sorry, Now a bright too or too bright at Adwasafo. No I shine do ocean the quenchia like the quenchi color no too stronger than the body na someone that. But hey, you never know. Maybe okosha bruchi no shadema umpia bontene. It because of on the hairline which pa Kwame Nkrumah dey be which statifre chire. Say wig kra na osha and anke bia omu push hairline abe na wig na net was na omde tare ho no ansa na ma no. Say eno bi kra mpo no share ya. You could still see, say, the forehead in Ankasa no, it's still not dropping. Adwasafo's forehead really drops. Forehead really drops back. And see, we are going to look into this. Yeah, the investigations. We will know, say, if it's Adwasafo, we will get to the bottom of it. All right, thank you very much, family. And now, Mr. S, you still want me to wait for the video? You've been able to capture her well. Now you're fan this is the video of her leaving. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Thank you very much, Mr. S. Where's the video? Okay, let me see. Okay. So Mr. S got us the video. Na say time na free parliament, no. The so-called Adwasafo no. There's a video here. Let's just watch it now quickly. Yen free show we so na yema Saforo to take over. Sorry, we will go into this. We will get you all the truth. If it's Adwasafo, we need to let the world know say Adwasafo. And you understand, we will also let the world know say Adwasafo. Okay, let me show you this video when she was leaving Parliament. You know, now just look at it very well. Okay, but from what I know, no say so about Sunday. So if it's her, that's right.
We have been engaging with a purpose to carry this house and indeed the entire nation along since early morning, 8 o'clock today. And I believe we've got into the time reading a quarter.
Mr. S, okay, this one is enough. I think multimedia, they were shooting it from the side. Joy multimedia for no. They were shooting it from the side. Pick it from multimedia, Joy News, and put it on the page. I think we've exhausted our time, almost 5 minutes to 6. Mr. S, pick it from Joy News. They were shooting it from the side. This camera is actually the Parliament camera, so they were shooting directly. But I'm very sure multimedia picked it very, very well because they were shooting from the side of Parliament. And they were able to capture her living and taking up the stairs. And see, Mr. S, pick it quickly from multimedia because Joy's video is much clearer when it comes to this. Thank you very much, family. We will deal with this issue tomorrow. We will try and get to the bottom of this. We will get copies. We will get videos. We will get CCTV videos and see say Adwasafo Ankasa and I say Enyonwa. There's another topic we will treat tomorrow. Thank you very much for being part of today's show. My name is Kevin Ekobedutel. After this show, Saforo will pick it from me. Saforo, when the video comes in, we will try and say you can have it. Now, if you can also show it on your show. So I'm waiting on Mr. S to get us the video. Mr. S, when you put it on the page and all that, I'm trying to get us the video for us to send to Saforo. The multimedia one, the Joy News one. And then we can also let people on Mr. Saforo's show do their own assessment. Thank you very much for being part of today's show. My name is Kevin Ekobedu-Taylor. It's been a wonderful ride. It's a wonderful Monday. Tomorrow we will meet here. God willing. I am a messenger. You are a messenger. We are all messengers. Be good. I love you. And I know you guys love you back. Have a wonderful night.
Iwa.